here at Bobby Franklin Field as we get set for the 2017 MAC-JC State Championship. We're going to finish up now the starting lineups for EMCC. We have the specialists to tell you about. Number 30, Taylor Crabtree, 5'8", 170. Sophomore from Van Cleve will be the place kicker. He's 8 of 10 on the season with a long of 39 yards, 57 of 58 on extra points. Your kickoff man is number 26, Grayson Pontius, 6'2", 205, a sophomore from Biloxi High School. And your punter will be Pontius, 13 punts, 491 yards, a long of 55, and he's pinned 4 inside the 20. Your punt returners will be Kirk Merritt and DJ Clayton. DJ Clayton, 5'9", 165, freshman from Kipper County High School. Kickoff returners will be Merritt, Brandon Rogers, and Mike Williams. Your deep snappers, number 46, Raleigh Wood IV, 6'2", 210, a sophomore from Grenada High School. Your holders, number 24, Braden Boyksty, a freshman from Madison Central High School. Ranger Territory State Championship last year, won at 38-30 over this team. So just when you feel like EMCC has an axe to grind, Northwest has an axe to grind too. Even though they won 61-38, this is for a state championship that EMCC beat them for in Scuba last year. So they want to return the favor at home to win a ring. And EMCC is looking to get back at Northwest for beating them 61-38. Not only beating them, but embarrassing them here at Bobby Franklin Field a couple of weeks ago. So this is going to be a spirited game from start to finish. Not necessarily with pushing and shoving and barking and things like that. I'm sure some of that will go on, but each and every player up and down the roster that gets out on that field for either team is going to fight from the start.
Absolutely, with everything on the line, a national championship on the line for both schools. Those three are a tradition of excellence, both in athletics and academics, but you know, this year is a little something special, Jason. There won't be any asterisks behind anybody's name this year when the national title is played for.
That's exactly right. Let's take a look at some of the numbers as we go into a stats comparison. Northwest is a team offensively. They average 474 yards per game, 225 on the ground, 249 in the air. East Mississippi on the other side, but not very much more. 502 yards a contest, 207 on the ground, 295 through the air. So both teams are balanced through the air and on the ground. Both teams average about the same as far as yards per game. So quite even offensively, although they do some different things in their schemes.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jason, one thing that really steps out at you is the defense of Northwest. They are very, very stout. We saw them when we played them the first time. That defense was just phenomenal. Just did an outstanding job. They mixed coverages up. They disguised their coverages very well. That really caused a lot of confusion, and they won the line of scrimmage. Without a doubt, they won the line of scrimmage and caused a lot of problems for the East Mississippi offensive side of the football. And if you look at it statistically, let's see, yards allowed, only 245 yards allowed by that Northwest defense. On the flip side of the coin, East Mississippi's defense allows 359. That's a pretty significant difference in yards allowed. And of course, points per ball game on the offensive side of the ball, 48 for East Mississippi, where Northwest 36 points per game. So, you know, it's going to be almost a coin toss if you're guessing who will win this football game. But you know, we'll get to the keys to the game in just a minute. But it's going to be it's setting up to be an outstanding football game, especially on paper.
Yeah, we talked about looking at EMCC scoring offense versus Northwest scoring defense. Well, on the flip side, Northwest, on the other hand, they allow, we talked about 12.4 points per contest, but they also score 36 points a game. EMCC allowing 20 points per contest. But I think probably the focus is going to be, can EMCC keep the football, move down the field, keep that defense off the field? I think that's going to be important tonight as far as the key. Let's get into those keys to the game before our captains come out here. Let's look at some 3 keys to the contest, not to put you on the spot, but just off the top of your head for EMCC, and it can be combined.
He's going to have to trust him, stay in his pocket, find those open receivers and make some big throws, and you know, that's the #1 key to the ball game. Price the football and establish a run game, as hard as that's going to be things for the Lions.
We're about to have the coin toss, and as soon as the captains will meet at midfield, the captains for EMCC, running back Tyrell Price, quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr., linebacker Randall Bridges, and defensive lineman Cole Baker. They make their way out to meet Turner Rottenberry, a defensive back from Batesville, Mississippi. Cole Rottenberry, the receiver that was really, really tough against this Lion defense, and also number 72, offensive lineman Damian Lewis. Both teams shaking hands now at the Blue Star with the white trim out at midfield. It looks like the Dallas Cowboys logo. That blue star will be on each side of the Northwest helmets, which are white with a white face mask. They're going to go with white pants, white jerseys with the navy trim. EMCC all red with the black trim. The chrome helmets with the red EM logo on each side. They've got a black and white stripe down each side of the legs for EMCC, just to kind of give you a look and feel for the uniform combos out there today. So the officials have had the coin toss. EMCC, I believe, won the toss and has elected to receive. So Northwest and EMCC are going to shake hands, and this is a very sportsmanship-like shaking of the hands, patting each other on the helmet. These two teams, there may not be a lot of love lost in the past, but there certainly isn't respect lost. These two teams respect each other very, very much. And it's very evident that EMCC has kind of awakened to Northwest. That, as Buddy Stevens says, you can't just roll your helmet out on the field and think that you're going to win the game, because of the fact that Northwest is a really good football team. And every championship team, whether you have talent or not, has to work hard for everything that they get. And EMCC has certainly worked hard this week, because they have another opportunity to move into a national championship setting, one in which they have been looking forward to since they last won one at 14. They feel like they were robbed in 2015 and really robbed. And both teams have now come out to the near sideline. Northwest just ran through the tunnel of mercy on the nearest the end. We were temperatures, I think, to the lower 60s, but they put 15 minutes on the clock. EMCC's kick return team back deep to receive in Rogers. Rogers will stand to the near side. Merritt both will be just across the 5 near our line. And coming up to tee this football up is Drake McCarter. Drake McCarter will kick it with his right leg momentarily once he gets EMCC won at 38-30. Just a McCarter, and it's taken by Rogers at the goal line.
The 22 will be on the near half. You're looking at your fence. Let's see what Lint does here.
22-yard return.
Just hang in there for a second. We have the of Northwest. We saw it almost at will.
Quick snap from the 40, and it's inside handoff to Tyrell Price, and he was wrapped around his waist and pulled down from behind down to the 36-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard gain. DJ Reed will come up to make the tackle for Northwest, and they're going to want to go in that NASCAR pace. So Scott's ready to snap it. Trips bunched to the formation left. Here's the snap. They leave it with Tyrell Price. Goes off tackle, cuts downfield inside the 35 and gets down to about the 33-yard line. That will be a gain of 3. Keith Brown Jr. will make the stop.
Reed
and up a 3rd and short.
Reed and Brown, both linebackers, they'll come up and get on that defensive line, Jason, as we've just seen the first two.
Drummond, I think it is Drummond across the way. He's got his jersey bunched down, and Lindsey Scott, quarterback, keep around the near side, and he is going to be tackled between the numbers and the sideline down around the 19-yard line, so he'll gain a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 as Joshua Norwood will knock him off his feet.
They just went student body to the right there, Jason, where Lindsey Scott just catches it and takes off to the right, and everybody's zone blocking to the right, and Scott was trying to just stretch the field, got 1 yard.
Price flank to the right of Scott with trips left. Ball resting near hash at the 19. Fires it left sideline towards the goal line. Fade pattern caught, and it is no good. Incomplete.
Came out at the last. I think that was Drummond again on that far side. When he came down with it, I thought he made an outstanding catch, but he came down with it, and the ground just knocked it loose. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 from the 19-yard line. 12:58 to go here in this first quarter. We're scoreless, but East Mississippi knocking at the door.
Brandon Eccles on in defense there in the end zone, and it was knocked away at the last moment. 12:58, first quarter clock stop. 3rd down, 8 to go for the 19 in Northwest. Moving left to right, the Lions. Trips left, snap by Scott, and it's a quick slant, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Daniel Cole inside the 15-yard line. And so is Buddy Stevens going to bring the field goal unit out? Yes, he is. So a 36-yard attempt is going to come up now for the kicker, Taylor Crabtree. 8 of 10 on the season. He's got a long of 39.
That was a hard ball to handle, 99-mile-an-hour fastball from 10 yards away.
Raleigh Wood will snap it. Brandon Boykin will hold it. Here's the snap back and the kick. It's high. It's end over end, and it's going to be no good. It's wide right. Just missed the right upright. And we will remain scoreless with 12:49 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, we better keep it here. It's a change of possession here, but I think they'll be ready to snap it here momentarily. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network. Zach Abraham has completed 159 passes and 245 attempts this season for 2,216 yards. Has thrown for 16 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. He'll be in the shotgun with twin receivers to the right. Take the snap. He's going to hand it off, and getting out across the line of scrimmage, which is the 20, up across the 25 and near the 26, is the starting tailback, Kevin Perkins. The 6', 215-pounder out of Tunica, Mississippi, gets a nice carry on first down as Denzel Bonner will make the tackle. Gain of about 7 as it gets out to the 27-yard line. So it'll bring up now a 2nd down and 3. Ball resting near hash and moving right to left. Abraham in the shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap, play action, fires it on the tight end dump, and it's caught out across the 40, out across midfield, getting inside the 40, inside the 30, angling towards the right and tackled from behind at the 20-yard line of EMCC is going to be Big 81 Pro Wells, 6'4", 235. Emmanuel Bridges will tackle him from behind, but Wells was a huge part of that offense a couple of weeks ago in the 61-38 win for Northwest.
Yeah, he really was, as we see both teams just swapping blows here offensively.
So it's first down, 10 to go after the huge game by Wells. Spot of the football will be the 20 of EMCC. So Northwest is in the red zone. They'll have a single receiver here to the near side, which is Jarek Orr. Twin receivers, which includes Rottenberry in the slot on the right. Watch out for Rottenberry here. The snap, play action. They come to the near side, and it's caught at the 10-yard line and trying to juke his defender. Does and gets inside the 5-yard line. It is going to be Orr, and it's a first down and goal situation now. Denzel Bonner will force him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So first down and goal to go for Northwest. Boy, Abraham looks so cool and calm back there at quarterback, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's really a smooth operator, and Jarek Orr just did an outstanding job. He sold the fade and then set it down on that outside hitch, and Abraham threw it on time. That's hard to defend.
Rottenberry in motion from right to left. Here's the snap. They leave it on the ground and going around the right side, getting to the 5, angles towards the right and walks across the goal line is Kevin Perkins. And Northwest is on the board with a 4-yard touchdown run, pinning the PAT with 11:10 to go here in the first quarter.
So let's see how, Jason, it's one of those things. How do you respond to adversity? And that's what you want to find out from your team as Northwest came back with a blow of their own, hitting the big tight end for a big play and then ultimately knocking it in as the kicker is going to kick one through the uprights here, and that'll add 7 points.
And it's 7-0. Northwest on top of EMCC with 11:10 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. On their first possession of the game, capped by a Perkins 4-yard touchdown run. After the McCarter PAT, it's 7-0 Rangers. And McCarter is about to kick this football off from the 35 again. After he gets it teed up, it's ready to go. And this is deja vu. It seems like we just did this. Brandon Rogers will stand inside the 10-yard line near side. And here's the kick, and it's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to angle to the near hash, taken at the 4-yard line by Rogers, out across the 10, angles towards the sideline, across the 15, and he's going to get up around the 17-yard line as Joshua Norwood will make the tackle. 13-yard return for Brandon Rogers as EMCC will start at their own 17, Glenn.
Yeah, Norwood just got on the field before everybody else.
Side and being forced out of making the tackle with Brown Jr. But he's going to step. Daniel Kroll Jr. will be lined up here. He's going to step out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 44-yard line. Brown Jr. will make the tackle for the Rangers. He's had a couple of tackles here in this defensive series. 10-16 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. Northwest scoring on their opening possession, going 80 yards, capped by the 4-yard Kevin Perkins touchdown run around the right side. Trip receivers wide side of the field, near side. Snap from the left hash at the 43 and coming back near side, and it's caught up by EMCC inside the 45, and getting inside the 40 is going to be Jamoris Connor, or excuse me, I beg your pardon, that's Mark. It's going to be Jamori Mark as Robert Miller will knock him off his feet inside the 45, or excuse me, inside the 40, beg your pardon, down to the 37. EMCC with trips left. Scott will snap it from the shotgun, leave it with Price. Price, big hole up the middle. He's going to get inside the 30-yard line before he's tackled down to the 29. And EMCC will be close to the first down, but going to be short by coming down in short situation after they spot the football left again. Single receiver near side. Price flank to the right of Scott, who's in the shotgun. Down to the 30 of Northwest. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Firing at far sideline. Has a man caught at the 15-yard line and being bowled out of bounds at the deep. And it's now first down and goal to go for EMCC.
Did a great job of sitting down right behind that zone.
-17-yard line. That's going to be about an 8-yard return. Catches it over his shoulder inside the 10 at the 9-yard line as Eric Kitchen will take him off his feet, but he avoided one tackle out around the 10-yard line, and they would have had him pinned back.
That was a great job by Pontius getting the punt away, and he kicked a high coverage kick. Lots of hang time and plenty of distance, which allowed Reeve Wood and company to get down the field and make the tackle there on the 15-yard line. Northwest will have the football. 5:33 to go in the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 7. Jason, we came to call a football game, but it seems to be a little bit of a track meet so far.
Yeah, it has been a track meet. By the way, Grayson Pontius 38-yard average. I was looking for that on my stats, and for some reason I didn't write it on my chart. Oh, well, it's still an effective punt. Rottenberry was only able to bring it back 6 yards as the spot of the football is the 15. They're going to leave it with quarterman Sloan. Sloan goes off tackle around the right side. He's going to get out across the 20 up to about the 21. That's a 6-yard gain. Boy, these tailbacks average like 6-7 yards a pop as Aaron Boatwright will come up from his defensive end position to make the tackle.
Northwest will go a little bit up tempo here themselves.
Quarterman Sloan, the tailback. They're a three-headed monster at tailback with Sloan, Perkins, and Thomas. Twin receivers here to the near side. They have an H-back behind the right tackle. Single receiver to the right. Abraham still looking to the right sideline. Spot of the football over on the right hash at their own 21 for Northwest. All knotted up at 7 apiece. Low snap taken by Abraham. He throws it over the right side, and he had miscommunication again with his receiver. This time it's Javonta Payton. Falls incomplete at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 10 to go now from their own 21.
Wide receiver also slipped down, as Drummond did on the offensive play before for East Mississippi. Jason, the field conditions are a little bit not exactly what you want for a championship game. A lot of bare spots. The field has taken a beating throughout the year. There's been a lot of rain here in north part of Mississippi.
Correction, it's 3rd and 3, I beg your pardon.
False start's going to go against Northwest.
So it's now going to be a 3rd and 8 situation for Northwest, and that goes from a 3rd manageable now to a 3rd and long. I'd forgotten about the Sloan run for some odd reason. Quarterman Sloan had a first down carry of 7 yards. That made it 2nd and 3, and they had it incomplete, which was about to bring up a 3rd and 3 until the false start. So they'll back it up over on the right hash to the 16-yard line. 4:47 to go here in the first quarter. Clock is stopped. Tied up at 7 apiece. Twin receivers here to the near side. Quarterman Sloan will be flanked to the left of Abraham. Abraham claps his hands, will receive a clean snap, and he gives it to Sloan. He goes around the right side. He hits it hard, and the ball's on. The EMCC has it. EMCC will have it at the Northwest 21-yard line. Those are the big plays you got to come up with in a big game. And coming up with is Jacquez Akins.
I never saw the ball pop out, Jason, but there's no doubt about it that it did, as East Mississippi recovers and everybody goes wild on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have it first down and 10, looks to be from about the 20-yard line, 21.
It's officially going to be placed on the Northwest 21-yard line. Showing pressure and creeping up those linebackers. Northwest, they're bunching everybody around that line of scrimmage. Scott with a snap. They pick up the blitz and firing in on the fade pattern left side. It's caught by Drummond inside the 5-yard line. He's going to get down to the 2. Drummond already has a touchdown reception, and this time coming up with a huge catch inside the 5. And it's going to be a first down and goal situation. They're going to snap it from the 5. They say did go out at the 5-yard line. Coming around right side, going to the goal line is Price in. Yes, touchdown! EMCC and the Lions take the lead. It's 13-7 pinning the PAT. Tyrell Price has been a touchdown machine. That is his 21st of the season. And he gets it here in the first quarter with 4:27 to go, and it's a big one as the Lions take the lead now.
The Lions typically, after a big pass play, come back with Price on the ground, and the Price was right that time as he gets into the end zone, 13-7.
And the PAT is through the uprights off the snap of Wood, hold by Boykin, and the kick by Taylor Crabtree, and EMCC has a touchdown lead, 14-7. And boy, the coaches over on the far sideline pumping up this EMCC kick team. We're seeing some fire with this EMCC team that we have not seen in a while, and we certainly didn't see it against Northwest in the first game. We're going to keep it right here in Senatobia. It's the state championship game of MAC-JC play. 4:27 to go first quarter. Lions on top, 14-7. That's the first touchdown on the ground for the Lions. Tyrell Price takes it in from 5 yards out. And that was a 21-yard scoring drive. It was after the Quarterman Sloan fumble on a 3rd down give. Grayson Pontius will kick this one off from left to right. Back deep to receive DeMarcus Jones, standing near the goal line over on the far side, and he's going to let it roll past him. He has to run inside the 5 and pick it up. He's up the far hash, now cuts back middle of the field, slips down at the 14-yard line, and he goes down with the football at the 15. And so Northwest will have it first down and 15 to go, or 10 rather, from their own 15-yard line. Justin Connor will come up and hit him after he slips down.
That kick was, Jason, ugly but effective, as it allowed East Mississippi to get down there on the coverage, and they pin him inside the 20 down at the 15-yard line.
I want to remind you, we will not have a post-game show here from Senatobia. We will join the Mississippi State Football Network in progress. Mark Gregory and Tyson Lee will have the C Spire Wireless Tailgate Show. And in the voice of the Bulldogs, Neil Price, Matt Wyatt, Jay Perry, that team will have the broadcast for you with a 6 p.m. kickoff between Alabama and Mississippi State. Firing it over on the right side, and it is caught by Northwest, and getting up the numbers at the 20-yard line is Javonta Payton. So it's going to bring up a second down and short situation. Denzel Bonner will make the tackle. Spot of the football is up at the 21, so gain of 6. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 4 with under 4 to play here in the first quarter. Jack Abraham and the shotgun. Twin receivers here on the near side. Short motion for Rottenberry near side. Here's the snap. They're going to leave it with Perkins. Goes off tackle on the right side. Cuts upfield as he gets to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 4. It's going to be just enough for a first down as he gets to the 25-yard line. And looks like Abraham's trying to get that offensive mindset to snap it quickly. He's clapping his hands desperately. Now calling for the football. He's going to receive it, leave it with Perkins again. Goes off tackle around the right side. And he's going to get out up to the 27-yard line, so it's going to be a gain of 2, bring up a 2nd and 8 situation. And Glenn, in the first matchup, off tackle right, off tackle right, off tackle right was just working all day long. It looks like EMCC has either made adjustments or they've just decided to be technical with it and get the technique down right and make the tackle. Well, over 30 missed tackles in that game.
Absolutely, and after this play, we'll talk about that.
Abraham takes the snap from the 27-yard line, fires a short pass over between the numbers on the sidelines to Quarterman Sloan, who's going to take it out across the 30 up to about the 33-yard line. I beg your pardon, that was Perkins who made the reception. And it's going to be it's going to be close to a first down. They got to get up to about the 35, so is the 33 the official spot? Yes, so it's a 3rd down and 2 situation. Crowd here on the near side comes to their feet. They've got the thunder sticks out. They wonder what that strange sound is. The snap. They're going to leave it with Thomas. Goes around the right side. It's going to slip a couple of tackles, and he's going to be hit hard around the 40, but he has enough for the first down as he goes between the numbers on the sideline across the way. And we have an injured Northwest Ranger.
Pro Wells, big tight end, grabbing his lower leg on his right side there. Jason, I don't know if it's a high ankle or a tib-fib type injury. I don't know.
We certainly know that Pro Wells is a pro and could eventually be a pro when it's all said and done playing in the NFL. Pro Wells has been really, really big in this series, we'll say, with EMCC this year. This is the second meeting between the two. 2:35 on the clock, first quarter. It is stopped for the injury to Wells. 14-7 EMCC on top. Just a moment ago, it was Thomas with a first down run around the right side. He's gotten the ball up to the 40, their own 40. Ball will be placed on the right hash, and Wells comes to his feet, and I think he's going to be helped. He's favoring that right leg, and as we don't know if it's an ankle, a leg, or a knee injury. It looks like it may be more of a leg or an ankle injury to Pro Wells, but we certainly hope that young man is going to be okay. So the EMCC defense will trot from the near side back out there wearing their red jerseys, red pants, chrome helmets with the black numbers and writing. All white with navy trim and numbering for Northwest with those white helmets, the blue star on either side. Looks like the Cowboys decided to go with a new look. Wide side of the field is near side, and there are twin receivers here. Clapping his hands twice. Abraham, play action, fires it over the middle on a post play, and it's caught And getting out into EMCC territory inside the 35 is Rottenberry, and he has just been deadly against this Lion defense. Ty Williams will knock him off his feet. Man, he's fast.
Yeah, he really is. As we had man coverage, Dwayne Pickett Jr. was covering him, but just let inside leverage and kept going on that skinny post. And once he caught it, he was off to the races.
Two receivers to the right, one to the near side. H-back is number 80, Jack Hendershot. Shotgun formation, clapping his hands again. Abraham receives the football, throws it short near side, and it's caught.
Incomplete.
Well, it's incomplete, I beg your pardon. Incomplete around the 26 or 27 yard line here on the near side. So to bring up now 2nd and 10, Kilo Sweeney will be on in defense, I should say. 1:41 to go in the opening quarter. Clock is stopped on the incompletion. Rottenberry slot receiver near side. Wide out near side is Jerry Orr. Abraham will survey this 4-man front for EMCC. Here's the snap, and he's going to throw it over on the right side, and it is caught and tackled as soon as he catches it around the 30. Is going to be Peyton. Javonta Peyton, the 6'2", 280-pound freshman from Nashville, Tennessee, will have a short game, so it's going to bring up 3rd and long. Ty Williams with back-to-back tackles.
3rd down and long, but the position on the field, Jason's probably going to be 4-down territory.
Sure. Down to the Lion 28-yard line. He was tackled around the 30, but fell forward down inside the 30 to the 28. And Peyton has a long reach, 6'2". Twin receivers either side of the formation. Ball right hash. Here's the snap at the waist, picked up by Abraham. Steps up in the pocket, fires it underneath, and it is caught. First down and more, and Quarterman Sloan's going to take it out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 13-yard line. Chasing him out of bounds is Emmanuel Bridges. First down, 10 to go. Down to the 13 of the Lions. Quarterman Sloan, boy, made a great reception underneath on the crossing route. And I tell you what, these, and I believe is that Ty Williams who's injured across the way. Yeah. And he's going to hop to his feet, and he's holding his left thigh. And I don't know if this is a cramp situation, but he is desperately trying to get to the near sideline, and it's difficult for him to do. And the trainers are going to meet him out there at the goal line. I admire the young man being injured and still trying to get up and get off the field. Because some injuries are you need to lie there a while. You need to make sure you're okay. Some injuries are just cramps and things like that where you can get up and get off the field, and he's doing that. So we certainly hope Ty Williams is going to be okay. What I don't like is someone lays on the field for 2 minutes and they jump up and run off the field. Trips right, single receiver near side. Abraham now, after clapping his hands once, will look to the far sideline. 44 seconds left in the opening quarter. Clock is rolling, down to 40 seconds now. 24 seconds to snap it. Quarterman Sloan will be flanked to the right of Abraham. Claps his hands, takes it at the knees, and now fires it on a fade pattern towards the end zone. A little bump there by EMCC, no flag, and it falls incomplete. So they'll bring up now a 2nd and 10 situation from the Lion 13. Dorian McLaurin in on defense there.
They knew Ty Williams was out of the ball game, so they go straight to that side of the field where he plays, and they test the young Jacquez Aikens. He's a freshman out of Starkville. He's listed at 5'9", 185. They go straight to it.
Abraham and this offense has slowed things down a little bit. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Clock stops on the incomplete pass in the end zone. Down to the Lion 13, moving from right to left. That's towards the north end zone. Twin receivers either side. Here's the snap. Abraham looking right, throws it right, and miscommunication again. And that's with Peyton. Peyton just tried to do a little 5 and out, and all of a sudden he throws it over into the end zone towards the back corner. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 situation. That's the 3rd time we've seen some miscommunication between Abraham and his wideouts. Twice with Peyton.
You're right, and again, they go to Atkins' side of the field there to test his strength over there. 3rd and 10 there.
3rd and 10.
13, I'm sorry, Jason.
It was really just like a dig route rather than what I said earlier, but he went about 5 yards and then cut, and all of a sudden, boom, ball was sailing over his head into the end zone. Twins right, Twins near side. Looking right side again, they throw it for Peyton, and it's up for grabs, and Peyton catches it, but he's out of bounds. Back corner of the end zone, and it'll bring up a 4th and 10, and now if you're Northwest and Benji Parker, you got to kick this football. In defense was Jacquez Aikens.
This is a game where you got to get every point you can. You can't leave any out there, and you can't come away with 0 when you have the opportunity. It could bite you later in the ball game.
16 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's 14-7. Lions on top. They're trying to make it a little bit closer. Is Drake McCarter. Snap is back. Here's the kick. High end over end, angling towards the right, and it is in and good. A 30-yard field goal is good for McCarter. And this game has gotten a little bit closer. 14-10 is our score with 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Back at 30, this is the EMCC Football Network. Bobby Franklin Field. It's the state championship game of 2017. 14-10 is our score. 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It was a 30-yard field goal by McCarter just a moment ago to inch Northwest a little closer at 14-10. McCarter's going to tee it up at the 35. Make sure his kick team's ready. Rogers stands near side inside the 10. And here's the kick, and it's high end over end. It's going to go to Rogers. He backs up to the 5-yard line and takes it. Now to the 10, goes back towards the left, and he slips and falls down at the 15-yard line. They may give him forward progress up to the 16, and they will. So it's an 11-yard return. Boy, it's a slippery surface out there as Greg Williams falls on him after he falls down.
Yeah, Jason, the grass is real thin out there at this time of the year. There has been a lot of rain in this part of the state over the last couple of weeks, and the field it's got some bare spots on it, and we've seen several wide receivers and defensive backs slipping, and there that time a return man.
Snap from the 16, their own 16, and here's the handoff to Mark, and Mark cuts up field as he gets behind the right guard, right guard up to the 20. So a gain of 4, and that will run out the clock in the first quarter. And it's 14-10 after one period of play. We'll head to the second quarter with the EMCC on top by 4. 14-10 in the MAC-JC State Championship game. You're listening to the EMCC Radio Network.
Here at Northwest Community College, Lions have the football.
And they're ready to snap it on a second down and 6 situation. Scott back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to roll to the near side, pump fake as he gets to the 15, cuts up field to the 20, and is pushed out of bounds around the 21-yard line. So he gains 1 yard. So that's going to bring up now a 3rd and medium. On the play from their own 21. Ball is going to be placed on the near hash, forcing him out of bounds is Robert Miller. Daniel Cole's lining up at the wrong side. He's not in motion. He's just trying to go get set over on the right side. Merrick slot receiver on the right side. Twin receivers here near side. There's a lot of confusion with EMCC offensively right now. So Buddy Stevens and Coach Boykin's going to call a timeout. And we're going to take that timeout with him. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Radio Network. clad with red, white, and blue. Over on the far side, red and black and white clad fans here on the near side. To the national championship, EMCC would auto forward to number 2. There was Roman at the 30-yard line, and there was a little collision there as both. Actually, Roman ends up taking the brunt of that, falling down to 31 on 3rd and 5, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Ball says incomplete at the 40. So it looks like Grayson Pontius is going to have to come out and punt this football away because EMCC not going to go for it on 4th and 5 at their own 21-yard line. Pontius, a 38-yard average, has a long of 55 yards. Rottenberry will stand inside the 40 at his own 37-yard line near seam. Ball placed on the near hash to our right. High snap, jumping up, taking it at the 5, and it's a high, booming spiral kick, and fair catch is called for inside, and he falls on it after fumbling it inside the 30, down to the 30, or 35, I should say, down to the 33. Boy, Rottenberry called for a fair catch, had to back up from the 35 to the 33, and just dropped it, but immediately fell on it. I got so excited that it's not like I was excited he fell on it, but I was excited the ball came out, but EMCC wasn't there to get it. 14:20 to go before halftime.
46-yard punt, no return. You'll take that all day long.
That was a long first quarter. 42 minutes. 14-10 is our score. EMCC on top. Jank Abraham's offense comes back out onto the field with twin receivers to the left, one receiver here to the near side. Perkins is the tailback. Flank to the right. Here's the snap. They leave it with Perkins. Perkins tries to go around left end. Perkins gets out across the 35, and he's going to be tackled as he dives up near the 40-yard line. So that's going to be a 7-yard gain for Perkins. Boy, I tell you what, on first down, these tailbacks have been really, really tough.
Yeah, they really have, Jason. It makes it easier on those offensive coordinators. We've said this all year long. Second and short, second and 3.
A lot of options there.
Yeah.
Enzo Bonner made the tackle, snap from their own 40. They fake the give to Perkins, fire it out the flat near side, and it's caught by Peyton as his defender was backing up and slipped down, and Peyton had more real estate after that and got down to the Lion 40-yard line. Boy, the surface is very slippery out there today. A disadvantage to either defense, and it's been a disadvantage to offense too because some wideouts have slipped down. Kilo Sweeney will recover and make the tackle. Nose of the football is on the Lion 40. Ball placed near hash. Abraham's in the shotgun with 10:37 to go first quarter. 14-10 is our score. Lions on top. Northwest trying to regain the lead. Clapping his hands, taking the snap. Perkins, he's hit, and he's dropped for a loss. Back at the 41-yard line. Huge, huge play by EMCC defensively. And Everett Cunningham will come up from his defensive line spot and pop him back at the 41.
Cunningham out of West Point, Mississippi. Just did an outstanding job, whipped his offensive lineman and just annihilated the running back, and it's going to bring up second down and 11.
Twin receivers left, one near side. The snap to Abraham from the 41. He's back passing. It's going to be in the grasp of the EMCC Lion. He gets away from it and has to throw it away. He was rolling near side and just had to throw it out of bounds, and so that's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 11 situation, and the fans near side won't an intentional running, but they're not going to get him out of the tackle box. Lorenzo Dantzler was in on the quarterback hurry.
Well, not only that, wide receiver was, you couldn't see him because he was amongst our players on the sideline. But it'll bring up 3rd down and 11 from the 41-yard line. Big 3rd down play right here for the defense of East Mississippi.
Abraham will survey that 3-man front. EMCC in a 3-4 look. Abraham back to pass, has pressure again, rolls to the left, tries to square and throw it, and just dumps it for Perkins on a rainbow pass, and it's caught inside the 30. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down as he gets down to the 26-yard line. I thought when he threw that football, as we have penalty flags raining now. Wow, I missed what happened. I just happened to look up and see all these penalty flags, and there was a little skirmish over there. What did you see, Glenn?
I can't tell his number, but East Mississippi had a defensive back. He's wearing number 4, but I know that's not Dorian McLaurin. We usually see him on the offensive side of the ball.
True.
But anyway, he was hit kind of late there, and of course, usually 9 times out of 10, the one that reacts is the one that gets the penalty flag, and I think that's what's going to be the case right there.
Well, when Abraham was rolling to his left, he was right-handed, and he tried to square the throw, and he had 2 red jerseys on him. And it looked like what a football looks like when a quarterback gets hit as they're about to throw. Yeah, exactly. Like a grenade, just kind of lobbed up in the air, and all of a sudden Perkins takes it and around the 30 and goes inside the 30. Now after the 15-yard penalty, the ball's going to rest inside the 15-yard line. Down to the 13 of the Lions. Ball left hash. Man in motion from near side to far. That's Jones. Here's the snap to Abraham at the waist. He's going to leave it on the ground, and Perkins is going to bowl over a man inside the 10-yard line to get to the 9. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, that's Thomas, and he's going to get a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 inside the Lion 10 down to the 9-yard line. Jason Bridges will make the tackle.
We'll look back at that 3rd down. That's going to be the 3rd down that got away here in this first half. That's going to be a key 3rd down, I'm afraid.
And that pressure. Yeah, Abraham was flushed out of the pocket and made a tough throw as he had traffic around it. Twins left, single receiver, Peyton near side. Here's the snap at the waist. He's going to leave it on the ground with Thomas and go straight up the middle between the tackles. He's going to get down to the 5-yard line, so it's another gain of 4 on the play. So it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 2 situation as Aaron Boatwright will make the tackle. 11:44, 11:43. Clock rolling here in the second quarter. 14-10 EMCC on top, but Northwest trying to regain the lead. And it's 3rd and 2 from the Lion 5. They've got to get down to the 3-yard line to get a 1st down and goal situation. They may be looking end zone here, though. From the Lion 5 on 2nd down and 2. Short motion near side for Jones. A little Perkins who goes straight up the middle, and he is going to be hit and dropped. I think he actually lost yardage. He lost about a half yard between the 5 and 6 yard line. So it's going to bring up a 4th down situation now. They're going to go for it to kick it here. Tyree Evans.
They're going to go for it.
Tackle, yeah. And it's wise, I guess, to do that for the fact that.
Watch the hard count here.
Right. You may try to draw them off sides at this point if you're Northwest. And the band plays near side, and the crowd comes to their feet near side. Abraham claps his hands now, looks back to the far sideline. Abraham tries to get the right play. Looks a little confused, looks back to the offense, looks back to the sideline, has to call a timeout. Abraham was indeed confused, and that will be a Ranger timeout called, and we're going to break for 30 seconds when we return. It's a 4th down and 2.5 for Northwest as they are down to the
Senatobia, Mississippi, on the campus of Northwest Community College. It's 4th down and 2 for the Rangers. Ball is on the 5-yard line. Lions clinging to a 14-10 lead here on this 4th down play.
So the defensive front, one man's waving his arms in the air for the crowd near side to get into it. 4th down and 2.5. Abraham looks back again to the far sideline. Relays that message to his offensive line. He'll be in the shotgun with Perkins front to his left. Pumps his hands, takes the snap, he's back to throw. Throws it left side looking for the end zone, and he's got him. Touchdown, Northwest on the 4th down play. And making the reception is going to be Jones. That's DeMarcus Jones, 5'11", 170, a freshman. And Northwest takes the lead, 16-14, pending the PAT.
Man coverage across the board right there. The number 2 receiver just ran that out route, and the number 1 receiver on a slant kind of crossed up the DBs and allowed just enough space for Northwest to get just enough lead.
The snap back, Rottenberry with a hold. The kick by McCarter goes through the uprights, and it's a 3-point lead for Northwest with 10:31 to go here before halftime. Back in 30 seconds, this is the EMCC Football Network. as he was able to find DeMarcus Jones, who makes his first touchdown reception of the season from 5 yards out on 4th and 2.5 down to the EMCC 5.5-yard line. They go in zone left side, and after the PAT at 17-14, Northwest has regained the lead. Standing across the way, the 5-yard line is going to be Rogers. And I think it's Mike Williams who's standing here. It may be Merritt here near side. It is Kirk Merritt, but it's going to go over to Rogers at the 5-yard line far side. Out across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's up the numbers. He's loose, 35. And now gets up to the 40-yard line with a penalty flag flying from behind around the 21-yard line at the end of the play.
Don't know if they're going to have a block in the back or what there. Jason White Hat, let's listen in to see if we can hear.
It's going to be a block in the back on EMCC, and those kind of penalties are just terrible on special teams. And, special teams performed very poorly here in the regular season matchup and that loss to Northwest back in October. And Buddy Stevens said it was imperative that special teams play better today, and that was a really good return as he got out to the 40-yard line.
Games like today, you have to be almost flawless on special teams, and already the Lions have found themselves here. A block in the back nullifies a big return. He had a missed field goal early in the first quarter, and that's where we are right now. We're a 3-point difference right now at this point in the ball game, as Lindsey Scott's ready to snap this one in play.
Ball will rest on the 11. They're on 11. It's a screen pass near side, and it's caught out across the 15 and going to the sideline to the 20-yard line. It's going to be Calvin Keys Jr., so that's going to be enough for a first down as he gets around the 20, 21-yard line. I think they're going to say walked out at the 22. Vantage point because of the EMCC players are blocking their view. It's out at the 22. Snapping from their own 22. Lindsey has plenty of time. Now the pocket collapse. 40, 45, and he slides down at the 47-yard line. Why is he sliding at the 47?
That's what I don't understand. As the wide receivers had locked up right there, he could split those defenders. But still, we'll take a huge gain right there.
9:54 to go, second quarter. Twins either side, ball middle of the field. Official spot is the 46, back to pass, slides near side, now goes back middle of the field, steps up and can't get rid of it, and he's going to be dropped at the 45-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage on the play as Darius Tisdale will make the tackle.
Lindsey just kind of got caught up in his own men there. Only 2 men rushed right there, and plenty of offensive linemen to block him. He just couldn't get through the seat of red.
Twins either side, play action, bubble screen near side to Calvin Keys. He's got great protection, or blocking I should say, as he gets down to the 45-yard line. So on plus is last, and they snap it to Lindsey Scott. We have a whistle official to address our side, and we can't, we don't know, we can't hear him. The PA didn't work very well the last time we were here, and it's not working well today. 9:04 to go in the second quarter, and I don't think Buddy Stevens heard it.
I think they snapped it before the officials were ready.
All right, the discussion in the booth is that they snapped it before the officials were ready. And Buddy Stevens is livid, whatever the situation is. We don't have a penalty flag yet. Now a timeout's been called by Buddy Stevens, and this may be a timeout just to chew.
Just to chew on a referee.
Yeah. And I think it is. The White Hats coming to the near side. We're going to be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network.
A little issue with the head referee. East Mississippi was trying to go with that NASCAR pace, and East Mississippi had to wait until the referees set the ball in play, and so Buddy Stevens wanted to let the guys know that, hey, we want to go a little faster. Let's get in gear maybe a little bit there. 9:04 to go in this second quarter. 14-17, Lions trail, but they're on the move. Ball on the 43-yard line, going from right to left in Ranger territory.
So down to the 43, ball placed near hash. Twin receivers either side. Lindsey Scott races his right leg slightly, takes the snap, will hand it off to Tyrell Price. He's going to be hit at the 45, and his forward progress will be stopped there. He's going to lose 2 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12 situation from the 45 of Northwest. Keith Brown Jr. coming in and making a huge stop on the tackle for loss. Twins either side. Price flanked to the right of Lindsey Scott. Scott ready to snap it from the 45 of the Rangers, and does. Back to pass. Great block over there by Tyrell Price. Throwing it over the middle, and it's caught by Calvin Keys Jr. And he's in a tug-of-war with Rottenberry as he tries to get down to the 20-yard line. Rottenberry trying to strip that ball out of there, and the EMCC's in the red zone down to the 20 of the Rangers. Boy, Tyrell Price with a block as he just dove for the legs of that defensive end and was charging. I'm not sure what the officials have stopped play. Play clock's down to 36, so probably time to, I'm not certain what we're waiting on at all. 8:17 to go before halftime. Jamori Mark gets the inside handoff, and he scores 33. Touchdown, EMCC. He's going to score from 20 yards out. Once he got to the 2nd level, forget it. There was nobody that was going to catch Jamori Mark, and he has water bug speed, and that's what he looked like out there just a moment ago. Jamori Mark on the season, now with his 4th touchdown. 8:09 to go before halftime. We'll await the snap back from Wood. The hold by Boykin. The kick attempt will be by Crabtree. Gets his right leg into it, and it goes through the uprights. No, it doesn't. It is wide left. He kicked that one 90 miles an hour. Something didn't look right about it, but just went past the left upright, and it's no good. And EMCC will lead it by 3, 20-17. That's a huge missed PAT. That's his 3rd missed PAT of the year. Back in 30, this is the EMCC Football Network. With a 20-yard touchdown run. Missed PAT, though, by Taylor Crabtree. It's just now 20-17. EMCC, though, has regained the lead. Here's the kick, and angles near side. Jones takes it inside the 10. He's hit hard, head around the 14-yard line. After the 5-yard return, he's punished. Joseph Anderson makes the big hit. Wow. Boy, there's some fire with the special teams tonight.
Yeah, Jason, and this is the ball game in which you've got to hit on all cylinders, and those special teams plays, the big hits like that can ignite your team and get your defense fired up before they come out and have to face the counterpunch that awaits from Northwest.
8:04 on the clock. Clock stop now as we're awaiting the offense for Northwest to come out there. And here they come with Jack Abraham. And they're going to line up at the 15-yard line. Ball's going to be placed near hash. There's a 4-man front for the Lions. Twin receivers left. Here's a low snap taken, play action, and it's a slant route called by Rottenberry out across the 25, and he's going to get up to around the 31-yard line. That'll move the chance. Dwayne Pickett Jr. will make the tackle. Rottenberry has just been rotten on EMCC's defense this year.
He really has. He is a very talented young man.
They didn't even answer for it. They've kept him out of the end zone so far. Ball near hash, snap from their own 31. They give it to Perkins, and a little Brett Favre fake pass by Abraham, but it doesn't fake anybody out as he stopped around the 33. Perkins with that between the tackles run. Clock rolling, 7:33 to go here in the second quarter, 20-17. Lions on top making the tackle. Everett Cunningham, he's had a big day so far here in the first half.
Yeah, he has. Jason, as you see Northwest looking to that sideline to get those plays.
Ball near hash at the 33. Rottenberry in motion from far side to near. He sets up slot receiver here on the right side. Quarterman Sloan, big hole up the middle. Tries to angle near side between the numbers and the hash, and he dives out across the 40 up to the 42. 12-yard run for Quarterman Sloan. And that'll move the chains, and Sloan's pumped up. Under 7 to play. Perkins, Sloan, Thomas, the top 3. 120 yards for Perkins, 102 for Sloan, 91 for Thomas. Those numbers just don't sound right. Low snap, play action to Sloan, looking left, pump fakes left, now rolls to the near side, and it's going to fire it, and it goes out of bounds. It looked like he maybe was trying to give Thomas a chance as he was at the 48-yard line of EMCC, kind of like, hey, if he doesn't catch it, it's going to go out of bounds. And Everett Cunningham in with the quarterback hurry, and Abraham now looks like he fell in a cow pasture.
That'd be the sideline over here, Jason, as we've seen a couple of years ago, and as I'm surprised Buddy didn't bring the hay bales.
I remember that year that they put hay out. And so, I beg your pardon, Abraham has a muddy left shoulder. Twin receivers over on the left side. Claps his hands. Here's the snap, play action to Sloan. He has inside pressure, but gets rid of it quickly over on the left side. But EMCC's defense snuffs it out, and there's going to be a loss in the play back at the 40-yard line. After making the reception, Jarek Orr goes falling down. Dwayne Pickett Jr. will get the TFL back at the 40 with 6:24 to go here before halftime.
Great job by the secondary over there on that far sideline, but the knockout punch was the offensive lineman from Northwest who actually made the tackle. But we'll take it all day long. It'll be a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 12 to be exact from the 40-yard line.
But there were red jerseys there to make the play. Had the tackle not made the play. We're here. Bobby Franklin Field in Senatobia. Back to pass, firing over the middle, incomplete. Threw it at the feet at the 45-yard line of his intended receiver, Jones, in EMCC territory. And that's going to force a punt, and it's 4th down and 12. So EMCC will send the return man back here momentarily as McCarter comes out to kick this one away. That return man's going to be Kirk Merritt. Kirk Merritt so far this season has 216 punt return yards. And he will stand at his own 16 over on the right hash. McCarter receives the snap with his heels on the 25, and he boots it, and it's end over end. It's going to bounce at the 26 and roll down the numbers over on the far side inside the 20. Will be down around the 18, 19-yard line. Looks like they're going to say it's 18 and a half. So with 5:44 to go, the ball changes hands now, and EMCC has it. And they've got plenty of time to take it down the field from right to left.
Big offensive possession right here for that Lion offense. Jason, ball will be on the 19-yard line. 5:44 to go in this half, leading 20-17.
Scott, shotgun snap, will leave it on the ground and going straight up the middle is Price, and he is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Spotted the football, the nose of it's near the 19-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Making the tackle is Nathan Perry, big 6'4", 320-pound defensive lineman. Boy, that'll plug the hole. Lindsey Scott in the shotgun again, as he is most of the time. Price flanked to his right, twin receivers either side. Ball right hash, takes the snap, looking right, squares, throws, and it is caught by EMCC out across the 25. Stutter stepping after a man slides past him and going up to the 28-yard line. It's going to be Kirk Merritt.
Yeah, Kirk Merritt with an outstanding catch right there. He tried to hurdle the defender, but was caught from behind in midair. But still, 1st down and 10 for the Lions.
Pierre will make the tackle for the Rangers. Lions are top by 3, 20-17 with ball possession.
They've yet to set the chains, though.
4:55 to go. I was going to say it's 3rd down. It's 3rd and short.
Oh, they said he's short. Okay.
Yeah, just inches short. Near the 29-yard line. Inside handoff hit, but spinning and diving forward up to the line of scrimmage. So it's probably going to be another. They're going to have to get another crack at it. I think it's going to be 4th and inches here, Glenn. I don't think he got enough for the 1st down. EMCC players are saying it's our angle. It makes it really difficult for us to call.
They should have measured before the.
I agree.
3rd down play, but they're going to have to bring the chains out and see.
Doesn't look like the ball has moved in. Keith Brown Jr. will make the stop. Boy, they had him for like a 2-yard loss, but he was able to spin out of it and dive forward. Tyler Price just has such a speed, but he also has tails are going absolutely not first down. They all, like 3 of them in the football started, and from our intel. But nonetheless, the officials, and it is a first down for EMCC. Spotted the football, their own 29. Lindsey Scott in the shotgun, twin receivers either side, takes the snap, design quarterback run, goes up the middle now, slides to the near side, he has blockers, out across 35-40, near sideline, and he steps out of bounds inside Ranger territory, near the 45-yard line. We're wanting a late hit out of bounds. Here comes the flag, and they may get it. Boy, that was a late flag. 4:19 to go here in the second quarter. Lions are top by 3, 20-17. And Tony Roddenberry is a young man that chases him out of bounds and may have the penalty here.
The flag did come flying in late.
Very
I'm going to
late.
say it wasn't warranted, but it was a late flag. It's one of those things you need to call.
Probably couldn't get it out of his pocket, maybe.
Got hung up.
Got hung up, yeah. That happens.
So add 15 to the end of the run.
You try to get your belt off and it gets hung up.
You know.
It's always bad. 4:19 to go, second quarter. The EMCC nursing a 3-point lead. They have it, though, after the penalty down to the 30-yard line of the Rangers. Ball left hash, moving right to left. Scott, snap from the shotgun. Back to pass, all day to throw. Fires it over the middle, caught inside the 20, and bouncing away from one man is Kurt Merritt, and another man, and he's going to be inside the 20-yard line when it's all said and done. At around probably the 17-yard line, Tony Roddenberry forcing him out of bounds, and that's another first down. Boy, he threw it right straight over the middle to Kurt Merritt.
We got to see how physical Kurt Merritt is right there as he caught the football and just manhandled him.
Snap from the Ranger 17, inside handoff. Tyrell Price carrying folks for the ride, and he's going to spin out of one tackle and spin down to the 11-yard line. Tyrell Price is so hard to bring down because he has such strength. He had a man on his hip and then hold on to the bottom of his jersey trying to drag him down. Joshua Norwood is credited with the tackle. 3:30. Clock rolling here, second quarter. EMCC up by 3. Ball middle of the field, near the 10-yard line. Second down. And 4 to go after the 6-yard gain. Lindsey Scott looking near side before he snaps it. Now looks to the right, instructs his offense on what to do now. Will take the snap from the shotgun. He's back to pass, steps up in the pocket. It's going to keep it. He's got to tuck that football, though. He was holding it like a loaf of bread. And he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 13-yard line around the right side.
They went press man coverage on the outside, and we had the skinny post in the middle of the field, but Lindsey Scott just unable to find his open receiver. That was Mike Williams that was running open in the end zone as pressure got to him. 3rd down and 6 right here, ball on the 13-yard line. 2:42 to go in the half.
EMCC trips near side. Daniel Kroll will be lined up now. We have a timeout. They had Williams, Kroll, and Drummond all lined up here near side. So timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. 2:34 to go before halftime. 20-17, EMCC on top in this state title game. This is the EMCC Radio Network. Before halftime, EMCC with ball possession on a 3rd down and 6 situation, down to the 13-yard line after the 3-yard loss on the quarterback scramble to the right. Lindsey Scott Jr. looking for the shotgun snap, takes it, looks left, and it's going to pump. It's going to be hit. The ball's loose on the ground. There's a scramble for it around the 22. Northwest says they have it. The officials are indicating Northwest has it, and that's a huge turnover by the Lions with 2:28 to go before halftime. Great defensive stand there and series by Northwest. And Amonte Lloyd will come up with that fumble recovery. And boy, the mood here on the near sideline just took a turn.
Well, least thing you should have done right there, Jason, is come away with points. field goal at the least, and a turnover is the last thing on earth your team needed right before the half, as Northwest will have an opportunity to go down the field, take the lead here before half, and then they'll get the football back to start the second half. So your defense has to come back and hold true here before the half.
You've heard how a defensive back can separate a receiver from the football. Well, that time Northwest separated Lindsey Scott Jr. from the football. They throw it short over on the left side, caught near the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 8 on the play, so it's going to bring up a second down and 2 situation. And I believe that was Orr who made the reception. Jarquez Akins will knock him off his feet. Twin receivers here to the near side. Rottenberry in the slot. Abraham takes the snap at the knees. Looks right, then looks left. He's going to be sacked back at the 20-yard line. Huge play by Cole Baker. Cole Baker back there to make the sack. And that's a big-time sack by that defensive tackle from Birmingham, Alabama, with 1:58 clock rolling here in the second quarter. 2017 EMCC clinging to that 3-point lead. They need to go to the locker room with the lead because Northwest gets the football to start the second half. Trips near side. Single receiver left. 3-man front for EMCC. Wells in motion from near side to far. He'll set up just beside the left tackle. And they dump it over to quarterman Sloan on the screen pass left side. Sloan breaks a couple of tackles, gets out across the 25, across the 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet, 45. The angles near side, slipping, but staying on his feet, and finally tackled around the 40-yard line of EMCC. Nice run by quarterman as Denzel Bonner will knock him off his feet. I would have thought he was gone there for a moment.
Yeah, Jason just dialed up the right play at the right time, hit that screen pass to the running back, and he was able to hide behind those big offensive linemen, and the Lion defense just couldn't get to him as he gets across midfield down to the 40.
Ball placed middle of the field. Abraham claps his hands, gives it to Thomas. Thomas is going to be hit. He's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 43-yard line. Huge 2-yard loss, 42, I beg your pardon. Eric Kitchens will make the tackle for loss. Eric Kitchens has been huge for EMCC all season long.
Northwest going to call a timeout with 58 seconds to go here in this first half of play, Jason.
And so we're going to take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're going to be back for the final 58 seconds of the first half when we return on the EMCC Football Network. Update. We'll also try to give you some updated scores as we get towards the start of the third quarter. 58 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 20-17. EMCC on top, but after the Eric Kitchens tackle for loss back at, it is the 43, I beg your pardon. I was correct the first time. The 43 of the Lions play action. Abraham has backside pressure, doesn't know it, but gets rid of it in time. Caught, but no drop. Hit as he tried to make the catch was Rottenberry at the 30-yard line of the Lions, which would be near a first down. And if he holds on, that would be a first down, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 13 from the 43 of EMCC. In on defense, Dwayne Pickett Jr. comes up to make the huge hit. It joined the ball loose, 51 seconds left. With EMCC up 3. Northwest ball possession at the Lion 43-yard line. Ball middle of the field. Twin receivers near side, twins to the far. Abraham looks to the far sideline, now looks back at the EMCC defense. It'll be a 3-man front. It's a 3-4 look for the Lions. Sloan hide behind Abraham, now flanks to his right. Abraham ready to snap it. They bring up a man to the line of scrimmage and the zone blitz, and it's intercepted. It worked. At the 35 to the 40, coming near side, 45, and being tackled inside the 40 is going to be Emmanuel Bridges. He zone blitzed here on the near side, and it worked out beautifully for him as he makes the interception.
Yeah, phenomenal job right there by number 34, Emmanuel Bridges. He's 6'2", 225 out of Noonan, Georgia, and he just did one of the most athletic plays of the ball game. especially by a defender right there, as he jumped up and caught that interception there and took it the other way. He got across midfield, so the Lions have an opportunity.
Yeah, 42 seconds left
here to get it at least in field goal range and get those points that they were desperately needing a while ago before the turnover.
Oh, please. They've got 35 yards to pay to 42 seconds to work with this NASCAR offense, but they have to run it cleanly, though. And Northwest defense, though, is not a patsy. They've got a 3-man front. Now make it a 4-man front. Showing blitz up the middle. They back off and throwing it over the middle, and it is almost caught the 25. I couldn't tell.
Penalty flag right there, Jason. It's going to be a pass interference. Defensive back got there just a little bit too soon, so that'll give him 15 yards.
I thought Rodberry maybe had intercepted it, and then all of a sudden Rogers, it came flying out of his belly and rolling on the ground at the 20-yard line, so it's going to be a pass interference on Turner Roddenberry. With 38 seconds left here in the first half, Lions clinging to a 3-point lead. EMCC will have it now down to the 25-yard line of Northwest. Ball's going to be placed in the near hash. Twin receivers either side. Wide side of the field is to the right. Lindsey Scott looks back at the clock. He has 17 now to snap it. Raises his right foot, takes the snap. Fade pattern near side, looking for Drummond at the end zone. He caught it, but he's out of bounds. He had a couple of feet, or both feet rather, out of bounds just inside the 1-yard line. But great athletic catch, too, by Drummond, because he had a defensive back who was Marlon Carrickton Jr. right on him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jason. Drummond just did an outstanding job of making an adjustment and making an athletic catch. Unfortunately, he ran out of real estate. Going to bring up second down right here.
So here's the snap, and near side is Price running the football as he gets inside the 20-yard line. Down to about the 15. And EMCC with 23 seconds left. Ball, it's a first down, so the clock stops. Oh, now they're pulling up second down, but the clock was stopped. It's third down. 18. Now the clock's running. 17 seconds. He was just short. Lindsey Scott back to pass, and he's going to be hit. Spins to the left out of that trouble. Going to keep it himself, and he's going to walk out of bounds. He may have enough for the first down. Is he going to be close to the 15? There was some confusion there with the down marker. Down markers had third down up. Hal Northern will bring up fourth down, so he didn't get the first down on the near side. There's 9 seconds left. What do you do if you're Buddy Stevens?
You got to have points. Field goal unit's got to come out, and that's what they're going to do. Taylor Crabtree will come in and attempt the field goal.
Yeah, there's no timeouts for EMCC. Spot of the football is near the 15. We'll call it the 16 officially.
33-yard attempt right here before the half.
Taylor Crabtree will come out to attempt the 33-yarder, missed a 36-yarder earlier. Snap is backed by Wood. The hold by Boykin is good. It's high and over end. It is good. A 33-yard field goal goes through the uprights. It's 23-17. EMCC on top by 6 with 3 ticks left on the clock. We're going to keep it right here as we get set to head to halftime. I want to let you know the SEC update program is coming up at the half. Some games will already be in progress. We'll give you finals. We're having a little issue here with data, and also I'm having trouble getting on the Wi-Fi on my phone. Not certain why it wouldn't let me on. It says denied access. I think Brian Lentz has something to do with that. What do you think?
Probably.
Brian Lentz, a former spotter for EMCC football for 2 years. He is a Northwest grad, now working in the SID department here. So he's changed colors again. Went from red and blue to red and black, now back to red and blue. Him and Kevin Mahoney do such a great job here in the sports information office. Not only are they the 2 best teams out here on the field right now, you got the 2 best sports information departments going up against each other. David Rezensi, of course, is number 1 in our book. He keeps us on our toes here.
Number 2 group has asterisk beside their names.
Beautiful. Mic drop. Spot of the football to 35. Coming up and kicking it. It's high. It's end over end. And Grayson Pontius got his foot into it pretty good. Taking inside the 5 is Jones. Jones comes up to the 15, and he's going to have about a 10-yard return before he's hit hard by Joseph Anderson, and that will run out the clock, and we're here at the half. EMCC will lead it by 6, 23-17. We'll be back in 3 minutes with our Southeastern Conference update. Before we do that, we'll give you a little bit of the scoring summary, though, quickly, just to wrap up the first half in case you're just joining us. It was with 11:10 to go in the first quarter. It was Kevin Perkins who got 4 yards out, capping an 80-yard opening bet at 7-0. Drummond with his 7th touchdown reception, a 5-yard reception. Scott who threw his 23rd, and that made it to the PAT. Tyrell Price, a 5-yard touchdown run, his 21st on the year, made it 14-7 after the PAT with 4:27 to go first quarter. With 11 seconds to go in the quarter, a 30-yard field goal by McCarter made it 14-10 EMCC, so Northwest inched closer. Then they scored a touchdown with 10:37 to go in the second quarter. A 5-yard touchdown reception from Jones from Abraham. And then with 8:09 to go, it was a 20-yard touchdown run by Jamori Mark. It was a missed extra point, making it 20-17 EMCC, and then a 33-yard field goal with 9 seconds to go, just moments ago, from Taylor Crabtree, making it a 6-point deficit for the Rangers, 23-17, as the Lions lead it here at the half. We'll get Glenn Beard's thoughts coming up to start the third quarter in a bit, but SEC Update is coming up next. This is the EMCC Radio Network. All right, 3 minutes.
starting position of the day. After a kickoff, East Mississippi coverage team has been phenomenal today. Inside the 20 on just they wisely take a knee as some scores.
Well, Scott scores. We'll give you more scores. The third, we're in Senatobia. From near side to full snap, they're going to hit it off. Perkins goes around left, gain about a 23-17 is EMCC. Starting off this third quarter on defense. And boy, I tell you what, Northwest has slowed things down a little bit here in this contest. They've got 17 to snap it, and they do. Shotgun snap to quarterback Abraham. And Perkins has an inside handoff that's going to give him plenty of real estate. He gets up to the 41-yard line. So that's enough for a first down. Denzel Bonner will make the tackle. And so that's about a 14-yard run.
Yeah, they had him in the backfield there, Jason, just unable to hang on to him as Perkins. He's a big dude. He's 6 foot, 215 pounds. He's quite the load.
Snap with twins left. They're going to hand it off to Quarterman Sloan. I'm sorry if I get his name out. Up to the 42-yard line. Gain of 1. Emmanuel Bridges will make the tackle. Quarterman Sloan, the third man to come out in this game. He came out in the third series. They went one with Perkins, second series with Thomas, then third series with Sloan. And then they've kind of been going back and forth. Perkins had a big run of 14 yards, and then Quarterman Sloan came in his stead. Sloan will stand to the left of Abraham with the shotgun. Twin receivers wide side, near side. Play action. Dancing with his feet, and it's a shovel pass. It's going to be intercepted. Almost intercepted. EMCC had it in their hands at the 42. A diving defensive lineman. I think it was Cole Baker. It was Baker, and then he just couldn't hang on. Oh, goodness gracious. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 9. Boy, that would have been absolutely huge. EMCC already with a fumble recovery. If they could pick that one off of the air. Nice diving attempt there by Cole Baker. Not an easy ball to pull in, but then it would have been big. 3-man front for EMCC. Twin receivers here to the near side. Twins to the left. Moving from left to right. Quarterman Sloan is your tailback. The snap to Abraham. Looks over the middle now. Fires it over on the left sideline, and it bounces off the chest. Incomplete at the 46-yard line. The intended receiver was Jarek Orr. Was he trying to cut up field before he actually hauled it in? Tyree Evans was in on defense, and EMCC gets a defensive stop here. Wasn't a 3 and out, but man, it'll still work as Kurt Merritt will march inside the 15-yard line to receive this punt. With 13-17 to go in the clock in the third quarter. McCarter. We have a whistle and a flag. False start, as Glenn has said. That'll back it up to the 37-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. All right, while we have a moment, we'll try to give you scores from around college football. Trying to look for some in SEC play. We have a final. Number 24, LSU defeating Arkansas 33-10. Ole Miss 50-22 over Louisiana. South Carolina beating Florida by 8, 28-20. So Will Muschamp gets a little revenge on his old team. McCarter will take the snap back, and it's in the dirt. He picks it up, and he rolls to his right, kind of like a rugby kick. And it's going to go between the numbers and the near sideline between the 30 and 25, then bounce back to the numbers around the 19. And Brandon Eccles will down that one for Northwest, so EMCC is going to have it first down and 10 to go. Moving right to left, 13:05 to go in this third quarter. Lions will have twin receivers either side. Jamori Mark, who scored a 20-yard touchdown in the first half, is going to be the starting tailback coming out of the locker room. It's a 4-man front for Northwest. Here's the snap. They leave it with Mark. Mark avoids one tackle, the 20, and another. He gets out across the 25 between the numbers and the hash near side. And he's going to get forward progress up to about the 26. The whistles were blowing as he drops the football, but the play has been whistled dead. And the crowd here on the near side really didn't like that. DJ Reed held on just a little bit too long after the whistles were being blown. And sometimes it's just so hard when you go into that, you're trying to make a tackle and the other guy's trying to make a play. Bubble screen near side, caught by Drummond at the sideline across 30, 35, and he's going to walk out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 38-yard line. Forcing him out of bounds is going to be Turner Rottenberry. 23-17, EMCC with a 6-point lead, trying to add more to that on this drive. Twin receivers either side, ball near hash at the 38, and going straight up the middle is Lindsey Scott. He's got plenty of running room. Just keep turning those legs, Lindsey. And he gets inside the 40 and he gets down to the 39-yard line. Joshua Norwood will make the tackle, move the chains into Ranger territory of the Lions.
Great job by Lindsey Scott right there, Jason. Didn't look like he had much of a crease, but that's all he would needed as he was able to hit the X button, go right up the middle of the formation, get across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Twins either side again. Ball placed middle of the field. The snap from the 39 of the Rangers. Pocket collapses. Lindsey Scott's going to be hit, and he's corralled, and he's going to be dropped at the 44-yard line. Keith Brown Jr. will come up to lead the charge to make the sack, and that's a big loss for EMCC. Number 13, Ohio State beating number 12, Michigan State, 48-3 today. Number 14, Penn State with a win over Rutgers, 35-6. A lot of games have gone final today. The EMCC hoping they're on the plus side of the scoreboard when this one goes final in Senatobia. 11:19 to go, third quarter. Clock is rolling. EMCC has a 2nd and 15 to go. Spotted the football, the 45, and thrown over the middle. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams. That's pass interference all day long. Going to push you and shove, and Joshua Norwood got a little bit too much of a shove on Williams around the 40-yard line, and that's when the flag came flying in.
Not sure if they're going to call pass interference or defensive hold right there. Jason,
makes a difference.
Yeah, so let's just wait and see.
Probably will be the hold. It's an automatic first down regardless. And I think they call the hold or the pass interference? I couldn't understand him. The white hat was facing the opposite way, and a little hard to hear on the PA. So spot of the football will be inside the 40 to 38. Ball middle of the field. The snap leaving it with Price. Price goes up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, but it's like he's running in place. He doesn't get far. He gets down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brandon Pierre and Norwood in on the tackle. Clock rolling with 10:50 to go in the third quarter. First offensive possession for EMCC. Lions ended the half with a 33-yard field goal to take a 6-point lead. It kind of gave them a little bit of a cushion, but you're not comfortable until you have over a 7-point lead, and even then you're not comfortable. Snap from the 36, firing it near side, caught 30-yard line, pushed out of bounds. And Drummond makes the catch. Eccles will push him out of bounds.
Drummond just does an outstanding job catching the ball in space out there with his hands. High pass right there, just goes up. His hands are so strong.
They've got to get down to the 26-yard line. Spot of the football is the EMCC Football Network.
College, the Lions 3-17. It's 3rd down and 4. Ball on the 30-yard line, going from right to left. Near hash, Lindsey Scott brings them to the line.
Ball near hash at the 30-yard. The kick collapses, steps up, and he died to tackle. So it looks like it may be a 4th and 1 situation, although the offense is saying it would be going to this offense. Lindsey Scott either side. Primary line of Northwest. Spade Pemman, and it sails over his head. Drummond just shoves Rottenberry down around the 5-yard line, and Rottenberry got up on the flag. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. It was not a great throw and great coverage by Rottenberry on Drummond that time down the near sideline. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 situation. Boy, EMCC has kind of slowed the pace down a little bit too. Twin receivers either side. Price to the left now of Lindsey Scott. Shotgun snap, 27, throws it. The screen pass caught, or underneath rather, by Williams. I beg your pardon. He's going to be pushed out of bounds near the 20-yard line. So gain of 7 on the play. Turner Rottenberry will make the tackle. And they'll bring up a 3rd down situation, 3rd and 3. After the pickup of 7 yards. So trips right, one receiver near side, ball placed just inside the 20 down to the 19 of Northwest. Lindsey Scott throws it over the middle, and it is bobbled and caught by Mike Williams, and he's dragging a man inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Joshua Norwood will hold on for the tackle to keep him out of the end zone, but Mike Williams with a huge reception over the middle. Spot of the football's the 4. Lindsey Scott ready to snap it. Twin receivers either side. He gives it to Price. Price goes up the middle. He's going to be bottled up after a gain of 1 down to the 3. Leading the charge, DJ Reed. And now they umpile quickly, and looks as if the EMCC is going to snap it as soon as they can. There's the offensive line now over the football. There were 4 receivers here on the near side. Lindsey Scott goes to the right. They're holding on to his coattail, but he dives towards the goal line. Did he get in? No, he's going to be just shy. Down inside the 1-yard line, leading the charge, Jonathan Jones.
Penalty flag reined in there at the end of the run. Jason, not sure what the call may be. Face mask goes against Northwest, which doesn't result in any kind of positively for the Lions other than...
Because I don't see how you can move it any further. It looks like the nose of that football from our vantage point is right on the white chalk of the goal line. The EMCC up 6, 23-17. 8:08, 8:07. Clock rolling here in the third quarter of play. Knocking on the north end zone door. Scott will be in the shotgun. Price flanked to his left. The snap, they leave it with Price. He cuts back down the field. He's in. Touchdown. Officially from a yard out, even though it was just inches, Tyrell Price scores it, and EMCC extends the lead to 29-17. They're looking to make it a 13-point lead pending the PAT.
Yeah, a little bit different result going on right now for East Mississippi, this time in Senatobia. What a difference it makes when you don't turn the football over and you don't have all those drops. Jason, as we talked about in the first matchup, today not so much, making the big-time catches when you need to.
The snap is back by Wood, the hold by Boykin. The kick by Crabtree is good. And EMCC does lead it by 13, 30-17, 7:55 to go in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Tyrell Price got into the end zone for the second time today, and that's his 22nd time to reach the end zone on the 2017 season. He scores from a yard out. And EMCC is about to kick to Northwest, and the defense held in that first possession by Northwest to start the third. Then they march it down the field and score. And that's a positive sign. Taking it on the bounce inside the 5 is Thomas, bottled up in the corner near side, reverses his field, goes to the left, running laterally, now tries to cut up field as he gets around the 20, gets up to the 25, and penalty flag will fly in Lakeland as Brandon Rogers will make the tackle in special teams.
I think it's going to be a block in the back against Northwest. They're around the 16-yard line. And actually, they're going to call a hold against Northwest, so they will mark it off from the spot of the foul. So Northwest is going to have pretty bad field position to start this drive. 7:46 to go in the third, and East Mississippi's defense will have an opportunity to pin their ears back a little bit and get after.
It may sound crazy at this point, but sometimes like these special teams penalties and maybe offensive penalties, late in the game like this will start to give your defense some confidence. Mm-hmm. And I think EMCC right now with that stop on that first opening possession of the second half where Northwest gave them some confidence as they come out on the field now. And if they get a stop here, this could get interesting with a 13-point lead for EMCC. Mid-third quarter, man in motion, that's Orr from near side to far. Moving from left to right, Perkins will take it on the handoff as he goes around the left side, and he's going to get up across the 10 up to about the 11-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up now 2nd down and 7. Tyree Evans with the stop for the Lions. Tyrell Price 22 touchdowns on the season. This young man came in averaging 90 yards a game, 186 yards on the season. Clapping his hands is Abraham. Will hand it off inside to Perkins. Puts his hand on his offensive lineman's back to try to push his way out across the 15 up to near the 17-yard line. Nice gain. About 6 yards on the play, and that'll be enough. Well, no, about 5 yards, bigger part. So he's 3rd and 2. Denzel Bonner will make the tackle. So there's a 4-man front now for the Lions. Twins rather here on the near side. He's going to hand it on. Perkins goes straight. He gets out across the 20 up to the 21. That's going to be a 3rd down and 2. And the clock looks 32 to go here in this 3rd quarter play. EMCC up by 13. Everett Cunningham will make the tackle. Everett is a defensive lineman for EMCC. He's done a good job in this game. Once again, immediately when we get a final here, we'll wait to the Mississippi State tonight. And it's on ESPN and also right here on WFCA. Here comes a corner blitz, and it's left. It's going to be, as he gets up near the 22, as he get much there. So it's going to bring, what about Cole Baker? Cole Baker's been almost had an interception on a shovel pass that was batted up in the air on that first defensive series of the 3rd quarter for EMCC, which was the opening drive of the 2nd half.
So penalty. I didn't see the flag, Jason. They're marking off.
Or the announcement.
Yeah.
So after the dust settles, the ball will be placed up to the 37-yard line. Their own 37, moving from left to right. I thought he was about to turn it on. It's really crazy, and of course now they're down. So it's just
still a lot of football.
A lot of football to be played. Like they're slowing this game down like Abraham. Plus when he was going to
just an outstanding catch. Nothing you can do. That was outstanding coverage by Sweeney, but just an even better catch by Peyton.
Spotted the football at the 46, their own 46. 3rd down and 1 now. Abraham takes the shotgun snap at the knees, fires it over on the left side. It is caught, spinning to the left and getting the 1st down and inside EMCC territory down to the 49-yard line is Jarek Orr, and he is popped hard. Now, Jacquez Akins is being held on the ankles, and then all of a sudden Akins comes in and just pops him out of bounds. But it's a 1st down, Rangers down to the 49-yard line with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 13-point lead here in the state championship game for EMCC.
Northwest's got a good drive going right here, chewing up a lot of clock, a lot of plays.
Lottenberry in motion from left to right. That's far side to near. Taking the snap is Abraham. He gives it to Sloan. Goes around the left end and is going to get down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Running him out of bounds, Emmanuel Bridges for the Lions.
We saw the corner blitz again coming from the field, or the wide side of the field, and Northwest runs away from it.
Twins near side. Abraham looks to the far sideline. He'll look back at the defense, then looks once again at the sideline. He'll be facing a 4-man front of the EMCC Lions. Here's the snap to Abraham. Fakes to give to Sloan, and it's a slant caught. And Peyton gets inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line, and that's enough for a 1st down. Javonta Peyton with the 1st down reception. Ball's going to be placed near the near hash. And now all of a sudden picking up the pace is Northwest. Twin receivers either side. In the shotgun once again is Abraham. 4-man front for the Lions. Claps his hands, takes the snap, leaves it with Sloan. Sloan comes around near side and then just lowers his shoulders and bowls his way inside the 30 down to the 29. Near the numbers, Kilo Sweeney will make the tackle for EMCC. 30-17, EMCC on top. That clock's rolling. 3:33, 3:32. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. Northwest offensive possession. They're at the Lion 29-yard line. With twin receivers either side. Abraham claps, takes the snap. Screen pass to Sloan near side. Sloan between the numbers on the sideline, trying to cut back down the numbers and then back down the field, I should say. And it was just pushed out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 28-yard line. Tyree Evans makes the tackle. He forces him out of bounds. Perkins is checked in. Quarterman Sloan is trotted to the far sideline. Perkins will be flanked to the left of Abraham with trips left. One single with EMCC defense. He's ready. Inside, hand off the goal line, touchdown. 28-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Perkins just goes right up the middle. There was, as the lineman, Perkins untouched for the touchdown.
On Berrywell, it's a 6-point game again, 2:46 on the clock in the third quarter. So answering is Northwest, EMCC. We'll get the football back in 30 seconds when we return to Senatobia, the MAC-JC State Championship game. This is the EMCC Radio Network. State championship game, and this one's a little more interesting than a couple of weeks ago in the regular season. 6-point game, 30-24. Lions on top. They get ball possession after the kick. It was a 28-yard touchdown scamper just a moment ago by Perkins that closed the gap a bit. And it's a one-possession game, and high end-over-end kick, angling over on the far side, taken inside the 5 by the Lions, now across the 10, 15, 20, 25 middle of the field. Brandon Rogers now bounces off some would-be tacklers. He's still free. He's going around the right side. He's across the 40, sideline 45. He is in Northwest territory, still on his feet inside the 40. He's inside the 35, and he's tackled from behind at the 30-yard line. Oh, my goodness, what a run. Brandon Rogers. Woo! And he is going to throw his arms out like he's an eagle and soar to the near sideline. Special teams have stepped up. They haven't been the problem today.
No, Jason, they haven't, just one or two little miscues, but that's a big one right there that can get your team fire lit right here in the third quarter. Ahead, 30-24. That's the way to answer a Northwest touchdown right there.
Down to the 30-yard line. About a 65-yard return. Play action for Scott. It's nowhere to go. Rolls to the near side. Pump fakes. Fires it. Caught. Dive. Nope. Incomplete. He trapped it at the 20-yard line. So it'll be second down and 10 to go at the 30 of Northwest.
Yeah, going to bring up second down and 10 from the 29. Got outstanding field position. Got to do something with it right here, Jason. Need to be able to put some points on the board. Keep it a two-possession ball game.
2:21 to go here in the third quarter. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Scott races his right leg, takes a snap. He leaves it with Jamori Mark, and Mark is going to be tackled for a loss back at the 32. And that's going to bring up the 3rd and 12. This is a big play in this game. Making the tackle, Hal Northern.
Yeah, huge play coming up. Northwest defense has accepted the challenge here, and he's missing 155 and
good Jazz pocket collapse. First down, EMCC.
He had a free play, so why not? He makes an outstanding play with his feet to extend the play, and then he finds his wide receiver on that far side. Not sure who caught it.
Merritt, I believe.
Merritt, was it Merritt? And Northwest was offsides on that play, so it was a free play as we thought. East Mississippi will take that first down result inside the 20. It'll be first down and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line, 1:38 to go in the third.
Ball's going to be placed on the right hash. Twins either side, wide side of the field to near side. Scott with a snap, looking near side, firing it on the side, and it's caught by Drummond. Skins out of a tackle at the 5, and he's going to fall forward to the 3-yard line. Marlon Carrington Jr. will make the tackle. First down, goal to go for EMCC. With 1:18 and a counting clock here in the third quarter. The snap by Scott leaves it with Mark. He runs into his own blockers, dives there back towards the 1-yard line, and he gets inside the 1. He went back left after he bounced off those blockers. That offensive line got in the way. Keith Brown Jr. makes the tackle.
The jumbo package is checking into the ball game.
And boy, is it. Woo. I think the press box rumble when those boys went out on the field. Scouting the shotgun. Single receivers either side. Price flanked to his left. From the 1 yard line. The snap and over to Price and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown. EMCC. The 23rd touchdown of the year for Tyrell Price. He has 3 in this game. With 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, EMCC back out to a 12-point lead pending the PAT. This has been a fun one in Centertovia today, and still a lot of football to play.
Yeah.
Wood will snap it. Boykin will hold. Crabtree will try to put it through the uprights. We'll await the snap back. Here it is. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is through the uprights. And EMCC will lead it by 13. 37-24. 40 seconds to go here in this third period of play. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to the EMCC football. Down by him. Grayson Pontius, high end over end, angling near side. It's fumbled into the end zone by Jones. Picks it up at the goal line to the 5, to the 10, and he's tackled there. Boy, there's something out of nothing. 10-yard return. Fumbled it forward about 5 yards, but ran up and got it.
Yeah, he fumbled it forward, but it stayed in the end zone, and he didn't realize all he had to do was nail it. He hit the panic button and thought he had to run it out, and he ran it out. And East Mississippi's coverage team was down there, and they tackled him just across the 10-yard line, almost at the 11.
There is a penalty flag on the field, and it rests just shy of the 25. It's at the 24 on the far hash across the way from us to our left. 36 seconds. Only 4 seconds off the clock. We're in the third quarter. 36 ticks remain. Mississippi State football is on the air with the C Spire Wireless Tailgate Show. We'll get to it as soon as we have a final here in Centertovia, Mississippi. We want to welcome all those driving into Starkville, all those that are leaving Oxford after a big win by Ole Miss today. We thank you for joining us wherever you are and wherever you're going. This is the MAC-JC State Championship game. Lions on top.
We had offsetting penalties right there against both teams, unsportsmanlike penalties.
EMCC with the lead. It's 37-24, but the scoreboard says 24-11, Rangers on top. It's corrected now.
Ball on the 11.
Just across the 10. They're on 11. Abraham claps twice. Play action. Fires it to Rottenberry. Keeps his balance across the 15, and he's going to be wrestled down around the 17-yard line. So that will be a gain of 6 on the play, and it's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 4. Making the tackle, Emmanuel Bridges. He's had a big day defensively, Glenn. Our stats aren't working. I'd like to see how many tackles he's had. We don't have our stats guys with us. Our stats guys are in Starkville. We have the best stats crew out there. They're the official stats crew of Mississippi State football. The snap from the 17, Abraham, over on the left side. It is caught and out across the 20 and up to around the 25-yard line, and that's Orr's going to make the reception. It's going to be enough for the first down, and that will run out the third quarter of play as we hear the buzzer sound, and the EMCC fans explode to their feet, hitting the thunder sticks and roaring to the top of their lungs as they are now 15 minutes away from back-to-back state championships and a berth in the national championship game, leading 37-24 over Northwest. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. The MAC JC State Championship game. Welcome back to Bobby Franklin Field. We want to welcome those just tuning in. And boy, you've missed a good one so far, but there's still 15 minutes to play. It's a 13-point game, so anybody's contest. EMCC needs a good defensive series here. They need to get the ball back, whether it be by forcing a punt or getting a turnover. They need to give this offense to football so they can milk a little clock. We're here in the fourth quarter, just starting the fourth quarter, but Northwest has football possession. First down, 10 to go. Spot of the football, their own 26. Ball resting near hash. Trips right. Abraham looking near side. Pump fake on the screen pass. They had him in his grasp, but now firing it over the middle. Caught underneath at the 35-yard line. Enough for a first down. Spinning free. And getting out across the 45 up to the 46-yard line. That's Jarek Orr. Boy, what a run after catch. And they had Abraham, that defensive line, in their grasp. He just got away. Abraham looks like he is rolled around in a pig pen. As he's had a couple of sideline encounters here on the near side, being thrown out of bounds. Dwayne Pickett Jr. made the tackle, and is that Dwayne Pickett, who's down around the 46 injured?
It is, Jason. He is hurt on that far sideline. Not sure what the issue is. But missed tackles again.
Yeah.
Seems to be a little bit of issue right here coming down the stretch. Need to get a hold of that, wrap up.
Missed tackles were the problem in the regular season matchup here in Senatobia. And now Bridges is going to get up and come to the near side. As he's going to be okay. And EMCC will go back now on defense. 14:48 to go, fourth quarter. 37-24 is our score. Boy, this game seems to not necessarily on the game clock, but just action. Boy, it was NASCAR offenses in the first half, and now everybody's kind of slowed things down. Granted, there was an injury just a moment ago. One-man front for the Lions. Great protection, firing it over the middle and diving and catching it is Roddenberry at the Lion 41-yard line over on the far seam. Roddenberry slid to his back as he was catching. Kind of looked like he was sliding into second when he caught that ball and fell over on his back. He's going to end up looking like Abraham before the day is over with. Twin receivers either side. Wide side of the field is near side. 13-point lead for EMCC, and they have a four-man front. On the shotgun snap, stepping up is Abraham and fires it, and it is caught by Jones inside the 25. He's being wrestled down inside the 20, around the 17-yard line. He caught it between the numbers and the sideline across the way, and Andrew Bridges leading the charge for the Lions. Here's Northwest trying to answer. It's been back and forth here in the mid to late third quarter and now start of the fourth. Offenses have picked it up. Twins right, Twins near side. Sloan will tailback to the right of Abraham, who takes the snap from the 17, fires it on the underneath route, caught by Sloan, 15, 10, 5, goes towards the goal line, touchdown as he dives in. And EMCC surrenders another touchdown, and it's 37-30 pending the PAT, 13:49 to go in the game. Boy, just when things slow down, all of a sudden, Northwest picks up that pace. It's almost like the rhythm is off, but it's to the disadvantage of the defense. They kind of rock you to sleep, then boom, boom, touchdown. McCarter will attempt the PAT at the hold of Roddenberry. Snap back is good, the hold is good, and it's end over end, and through the upright's good. And it's a 6-point game again, 37-31. 13:49 to go in the game. Buckle up your seatbelts. This is going to be another wild ride. I feel like I'm back at Six Flags. Back at 30. This is the EMCC Football Network. Going on the underneath route, catches the touchdown pass of 17 yards. And so coming out to receive the football On the return will be Brandon Rogers for EMCC. He'll stand at the 13 on the far side. Kirk Merritt will stand at the 11-yard line on the near side. McCarter will kick it from right to left after he gets it teed up at the 35. The sun begins to set behind us. It's getting a little colder in the atmosphere, but on the field it's gotten hot. It's another high-scoring affair between these two teams. I don't care what the polls say. These are the top two teams in the country in my book. Definitely the top two in MAC JC play. Carter comes up on it, kicks it with his right foot from right to left. It's high end over in the middle of the field, taken at the 5-yard line by Merritt. Angles near side of the 10 to the 15. Tries to get to the numbers. He gets across the 20 after he stutter steps, makes a couple of men miss. Now across the 25 up to the 26-yard line. So a 21-yard return by Kurt Merritt, the transfer from Oregon and Texas A&M. 13:40 on the clock in this game. It's stopped now as we await this EMCC offense to come out on the field. The Lions have got to continue to answer. The more Northwest scores, the Lions have got to continue to score. You can't just get out there and milk clock. They need to get results with it. They're up by just 6. And we know that Northwest can score within a heartbeat. Twins bunched up to the formation near side, short side of the field. Twins to the left. Looking near side is Scott, now throws it underneath, and it is caught by EMCC across 30. He stays on his feet, 35, gets the sideline near side, 35, he is in Ranger territory, and he's loose. That's Mike Williams, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's knocked out of bounds around the 4-yard line. Wow, what a catch and run by Mike Williams, and EMCC is 4 yards from answering. Brandon Eccles will knock him out of bounds. It may take 30 minutes to play 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Spot of the football officially is going to be the 5-yard line. Not sure why it went out at the 4. But now we have a stoppage of play. They want the clock to run now, and it does. 13-12, 13-11, play clock's at 23.
They reset it, yeah.
EMCC's in no hurry. Lindsey Scott will snap it from the 5 and leaves it with Mark. Mark trying to get a second touchdown run right in. He goes towards the pylon. He's in, touchdown. Jamori Mark. He had a 20-yard. Well, there's a flag on the play. He had a 20-yarder earlier, and right now, if it stands, we'll have a 5-yarder. It looks as if this may be a hold, and it is going to be a hold on the EMCC. With 12:51 to go in the game, this is a big penalty. Assuming it took place at the line of scrimmage, which is the 5-yard line, it's going to back it up around the 15. And that's going to bring up a first down and goal to go from the 15-yard line. This took place at the 4, so it's at the 14-yard line. First down goal to go for the 14 for EMCC. Up 6, 37-31, but a field goal would even be huge. Twins either side, ball placed near hash. Scott calls out his cadence, takes the shotgun snap, looks left, fires it over the middle, and it's off the fingertips of his intended receiver at the 5-yard line, and that's Daniel Kroll. So it's going to bring up a second and goal from the 14 of Northwest. On in defense was Chris Stamps out of Vicksburg, Mississippi. Second down, goal to go from the 14-yard line. Shotgun formation. Lindsey Scott awaits the snap. Calls for the football, receives it, backs up, and now fires it, and it's batted back in his face. The linebacker got it and batted it back down like a volleyball spike play. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13. Those penalties, even though you're thinking, okay, it's all right, you get the 14 right up, but the penalties kill you. It just seems to get your team mentally just out of rhythm.
It kills your momentum. You had something going, and your team was high as a kite there, and that holding penalty backed you up and put you behind the 8-ball there, if you will. 3rd and 13 from the 13. 3rd and goal, rather, from the 13.
And there's a little bit of movement on that right side of the line. And all the Northwest defensive linemen are pointing. It could be encroachment, but we'll wait and see what the White Hat's going to call. And the way Lindsey Scott just reacted, it looked like they're about to say offsides, and all of a sudden he changed it and did false start. I think he forgot his signals there for a moment. So after the 5-yard penalty, it will be at the 19. Spot of the football was the 14. After the 5-yard penalty, it will put it at the 19-yard line. And it's going to be a 3rd down and goal for the 19. And another senseless penalty has put EMCC behind the 8 ball, as you mentioned a moment ago. Trips to the near side, short side of the field. Drummond will be 101 at the top to the left. Lindsey Scott with the snap, looking left, fires it over the middle, and it is just out of reach of the intended receiver, Daniel Kroll, at the 5-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down. So now it will be a 36-yard field goal attempt from the 19-yard line. He is along of 39. He missed a 36-yarder kicking towards this field goal, towards the south end zone in the first quarter on EMCC's opening drive. Taylor Crabtree, only 3 misses on the year. 3 yards away from his longest high snap, pulled down. Here's the kick. It's blocked, and it's going to roll loose around the 40. And Northwest wants to scoop it up at the 45, and they have it in EMCC territory down to the 49. And this place across the way explodes. It was a horrible snap by Wood that was high. Boykin had a hard time getting it down, and he just took the rhythm out of it, and it was blocked by Northwest. And it's a 6-point game. Northwest football in EMCC territory. Chris Stamps will block it. Oh my goodness gracious alive. Hold on, everybody. This momentum has just shifted. Spot of the football is the 46 officially, and EMCC's 46.
Got to find a way to finish here, Jason. That's not finishing drives, not finishing plays right there.
Got to have a huge defensive stop. That hold on 1st and goal from the 5 was the killer. Twins either side of the snap, inside handoff, and Perkins is going to spin and get down to about the 42. So gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up now 2nd down and 6. Leading the charge, Lorenzo Dantzler, wrestling to the turf, that muddy turf down there. You see a couple of spots in between the 30 and 35 to our right, around the 20-yard line to our right is very muddy. And between the goal line and the 5 to our left, which is where Northwest is moving towards. Ball placed near the left hash. Wide side of the field has trip receivers. Clapping his hands once as Abraham looks to throw it on the post pattern, and it's complete the 35 inside the 30 down to about the 29-yard line. Denzel Bonner will knock the intended receiver off his feet, or the receiver I should say, which is Rottenberry. Twins to the right, Twins to the near side. 1st down after that reception. Down to the 29-yard line of EMCC. Abraham brings a man in motion. That's Jones from near side to far. They turn to Little Perkins, who slips down, and he's going to dive down to about the 27, gain of 2 in the play. And so that'll bring up now a 2nd down and 8. Lorenzo Dantzler with the tackle again. Second down and 8 to go from the 27-yard line. 10:56 to go in this game. Abraham looks to the right sideline, shouts out instructions to his offensive line. Will await the snap with 10 to snap it. He clamps his hands and takes it, looks near side all day long, throws the fade pattern near side, and it is caught. Inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line, making the reception is Jarek Orr. Making that look easy, Kilo Swinney in on defense and will knock him out of bounds. Clock stop with 10:41 to go in the game. It's a 1st down, 10 to go. They could get a 1st down inside the 5 at the 3. The 13 is the spot. Correction, 12-yard line. The twin receivers either side. Abraham in the shotgun, trailing by 6. Northwest, they're trying to regain the lead. Jailbreak screen, slip screen near side is caught by Orr, breaks a tackle, and another gets inside the 5, and he's tackled in the end zone, so that's a touchdown. And Northwest, high flying, chest bumping across the way, and it is now a tie ball game hitting the PAT. And what has just happened in the last minute and a half of this game? It was 1st down and goal to go for EMCC at the 5. They scored a touchdown that was called back on the hold. They got another 5-yard penalty a little bit later. Had to kick a 36-yarder that was blocked after the high snap. There's a high snap pulled down, but the PAT is good by McCarter. And Northwest has a 1-point lead, 38-37 with 10-12 to go in the game. And just like that, Northwest has all the momentum. We'll be back with a kick to the Lions in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Hey, what's up? Northwest has just regained the lead on a touchdown reception by Jarek Orr. And after the PAT, the game was tied no more. Kicking it from right to left here momentarily will be McCarter, and EMCC has to answer. With 10-12 to go, the way Northwest, the last 3 times they've had the football, the way they've been able to move the football down the field at will, the Lions cannot. It's a sky kick over on the left side, fair catch, caught for by the, nope, yeah, it was fair caught by, it wasn't Rogers who fair caught it, it was the up back. Rogers came in from behind and caught it and tried to return it, but the fair catch sign had been given by the up back, so he cannot advance it past the 25, so it works as a touchback. Actually better, a yard better, up to the 26. But the way Northwest has been moving the football, as I mentioned, the last 3 possessions, the Lions can ill afford to make any mistakes offensively. And that's something that Northwest hasn't done lately, is make mistakes offensively. They can't have the pre-snap penalties, the holds, the 15-yarders, those types. Lindsey Scott Jr., this is your offense. This is your drive. Let's see what you do here. Wide side of the field, split wide, or twin receivers near side. Showing blitz. Here comes that pressure, but it's picked up. Throw over on the left side. It's caught, making the man miss, and getting out across the 30, 35, and bowling his way up to the 40-yard line. The receiver for EMCC. And I couldn't tell, is that's not Drummond. Boy, it's really hard to read his number. Making the tackle, Brandon Eccles. We know that may have been Drummond. Spotted the football on the 41. The snap on first down. They leave it on the ground. Price goes straight up the middle, turning out some tough yards as he gets up to the 46. So a 6-yard gain on first down, and that's very, very Northwest-esque. DeMarcus Jones will make the tackle, so they'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. EMCC's picking up the pace here. 9:39 to go in the game. They trail by a point, 38-37. They have it at their own 37-yard line, moving from left to right. So it's 2nd down and 4. Shotgun formation. Price flank to the right of Scott. Bunching up to the line of scrimmage, showing pressure Northwest. Here's the snap. They come after him, and he's rolling to the near side. He's going to be hit from behind, but gets rid of the football and he throws an interception. Rottenberry has it inside the 40, inside the 35, inside the 30, inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Rottenberry, and Northwest has extended the lead. It's 44-37, I beg your pardon. He had that pressure and just tried to force it across his body, and it was a mistake.
When you're wrapped up like that, it's better to take the sack than try to force something, and unfortunately it just went the wrong way. Now 9 minutes to go. That big turnover, pick 6, 44-37. All the momentum has left your sideline. You've got to find a way to dig deep and answer back right here.
And Northwest, I believe, is going to go for 2. Northwest getting someone on late on this 2-point conversion try. It's 13 seconds to snap it. They've got time. Now 10 seconds. No, they're going to attempt the PAT, a bigger pardon. Now we'll see Rottenberry just scored the touchdown with the, oh, excuse me, that was his brother just scored the touchdown. This is the receiver Rottenberry that had the hold. The PAT by McCorner is good, and it is 45-37. It's an 8-point game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. I want to see it. run from the 46 to own 46, moving from right to left.
2 timeouts left for East Mississippi. Keep that in mind, Jason, as well as this thing moves closer towards the end.
Rangers with all 3 timeouts, but no need to use those. 7 seconds before they snap it. Here's the snap to Abraham. Leave it with Sloan. He puts his hand on the back of the blockers, and he's going to be tackled around the 49 after the 3-yard gain. He's pushed back to the 47 and finally goes down to 47. Forward progress gets him to the 49. Clock under 6 minutes to play now. Tyree Evans with the tackle. Tyree Evans came in, tearing it up. He had 71 total tackles, 14 assists, 71 solo, 14 assists, 85 total tackles. Had 7 tackles for loss coming in.
So it's a huge third down right here.
Absolutely huge. 5:29, 5:28, clock rolling. Third down and 7 for Northwest at the EMCC 49. Abraham in the shotgun with twin receivers to the right. Claps his hands, takes the football, and he hands it off to Thomas. Goes around the right side, and he's going to be stopped at midfield. No, fumbles the football. Who has it? There's a scramble for it. And there's still a scramble for it, and EMCC's coming out of there saying they have it. And it's at the 47. EMCC's got it. They have it at the 47-yard line. They're still live with 5:05 to go, down 8. Wow, Thomas fumbled it. I thought they stopped him at midfield, but he was just had a low pad level. Joseph Anderson comes up with it. He still would have been short of the first down because they would have had him down around the 48, but man, all of a sudden everybody started going back towards EMCC side of the field, or excuse me, Northwest side, and you were saying it was a fumble. I didn't see that it was out.
Couldn't tell who caused the fumble, but I did see the ball pop out. Now, 5:05, plenty of time here, but you got to tie it up.
Ball on the 49 of Northwest. Here comes pressure. Lindsey Scott throws it far sideline, maybe a little too far, and it is. He was looking for Drummond, incomplete at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 10 from the 49 of Northwest. 5 minutes exactly to go in this game. Lions trail by 8, 45-37. In on defense, Brandon Eccles.
They're bringing that pressure on the outside. They're leaving the middle crosses wide open.
Trips near side, wide side of the field. The snap from the 49. Lindsey Scott has to be flushed out of the pocket. Now he rolls it to the left, and he's going to get inside the 45-yard line. I think he steps out around the 44 across the way. Keith Brown Jr. will force him out of bounds, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and medium now for the Lions. Down to the 44-yard line. They've got to get to the 39 for a first down. 5 yards to gain. Lindsey Scott in the shotgun. Trips near side, wide side of the field. Ball left hash. At the 44 of the Rangers, they're showing pressure. Here they come. Lindsey Scott has to get rid of it. Screen pass. Left side, they're going to have the first down inside the 40, 45. Down the far sideline. 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet. 15, 10. And he stumbles. 5, dives. Touchdown, EMCC. 4:27 to go. It's 45-43. EMCC, I'm certain, will attempt the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, without a doubt, you've got to have the 2-point conversion. I think that was Jamari Mark.
It was Mark
that made the outstanding run after the catch on that screen pass.
He stumbled at the 5 and was like flailing. I thought he was going to fall down, but he dives to the goal line and scores. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt. Rolling near side, firing it to the end zone. It's caught! We tied at 45 apiece. Mike Williams catches the 2-point conversion. And EMCC will kick it back to Northwest in 30 seconds. Man, what a finish this is going to be of the MAC-JC State Championship game, 45 all. This is the EMCC Football Network.
Holy smokes.
Now, Carolina, I know that actually was And we're tied at 45 apiece with 4:27 remaining in this MAC JC State Championship game. Grayson Pontius is teed up at the 35. Jones back deep to receive with his heels on the 1 yard line across the way from us. Pontius makes sure his kick team is ready. He runs up on it and kicks it with his right leg. And it's a high sidewinder that's going to go out of the back of the end zone. And it will be a touchback, so no return. First down, 10 to go from their own 25. Moving right to left for the Rangers.
All right, your defense now has got to find some inspiration and find a way to make the stop. Get your offensive football back with plenty of time and have an opportunity to win this game before regulation ends. You know, Jason, it's just one of these. We thought it would be like this. I mean, we thought it would be a nip and tuck game. Turnovers have been a factor here today, and 45 apiece, 4:27 to go down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Northwest has the football on the 25-yard line.
Moving right to left as mentioned. Twin receivers either side. Abraham's in the shotgun facing a 4-man front. Takes the snap, back to pass, fires it, and it's complete at the 30, first down and more to the 35. And after it's 7 down to 36, and now the official here on the near side takes his flag and emphatically throws it like he's Roger Clemens throwing it in the dirt. And there's more penalty flags, and we have an injured receiver, Jarek Orr, here on the near side. Nobody's paying him any attention. He may have a cramp. John Quest Akins will make the stop. And it's going to go against the EMCC. And I'm not certain exactly what the call is. And, well, this cramp is brutal on Orr. It looks like he's doing Pilates around the 19-yard line to our right. Now the training staff finally runs out to assist the young man. So that'll stop the clock with 4:21 to go in this football game. We're tied at 45 apiece. Huge defensive series here for the Lions. And he's trying to get off the field, and they're trying to assist him. It's a major cramp going on right now. So he'll be okay and will return here momentarily, I'm certain. And now the EMCC defense is huddled up near Coach Cliff Collins here around the 40-yard line, and now the officials are saying you're going to have to go back out on the field. Down to the 48-yard line of EMCC after the penalty. Chance of Scuba Tech. In the breakout here at Bobby Franklin Field. The EMCC's got a hunker down here with a 3-man front. It's a 3-4 look. They fire it, and it's incomplete. Bounces off the shoulder pads on the chest. Inside the 45 at the 44. And falls incomplete. And I think that was Jones, the intended receiver. So it's going to bring up now a 2nd and 10 from the EMCC 48. Correction, 49. Clock stop with 4 to go in the game. 45 all. Northwest football down to the close to just over the 49-yard line of EMCC. Or just inside, I should say. They're going downhill now. They're on the plus side of the field. Twins either side. Abraham shifts Sloan from his right to his left. He's set, claps his hands, takes the snap at the knees. Back to pass. Steps up, fires it near side. Screen pass to Sloan. He's loose inside the 40, inside the 35. And he's tackled down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. It's a first down for Northwest. Denzel Bonner will knock him off his feet. Boy, what a game this has been.
Sloan has had a ability to get lost out in the flats. Yep, out of the backfield.
3:46, 3:44, clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 45 all. Inside the 30, out of the 28 of EMCC is Northwest. Trips right, which is the wide side of the field. Ball resting near hash. Here's the inside handoff to Sloan. Sloan dancing around. He's hit hard as he falls forward inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. So that's a gain of 4 on the play. Tyree Evans, who's had a big afternoon and a big season, makes the stop. 2nd down and 7 now after the, or 6 I should say, after the 4-yard gain. Clock now about to be under 3 minutes to play. Trips right, one receiver near side. Abraham will look to the far sideline. He's going to milk that clock as much as possible. 16 on the play clock. Now to 14. 12 seconds, 11. He's ready to snap it, claps his hands, here it is. Leaves it with, play action, rolls to his right, fires it over the middle, and it is caught inside the 15, inside the 10, and getting down to the 7-yard line. Couldn't see who made the reception. It's Roddenberry. Cole Rottenberry makes the reception. It's first down. Emmanuel Bridges will make the tackle. It's first down and goal to go inside the 10. 2:38, 2:37, clock rolling. EMCC with 2 timeouts. They have them in their pocket, and sure Buddy Stevens will be wise when he needs to use them. Obviously, right now it's a tie game. Of course, milking it as much as they can is Northwest. Moving from right to left towards that north end zone. Abraham in the shotgun. Take the snap, fake it to Perkins, fade pattern near side. It's caught by Peyton. Touchdown. Back corner of the end zone, near side. Kilo swinging in on defense. It was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch, and not bad defense. Just a great catch by Peyton. It's 51-45 pending the PAT.
A lot of time still left on the clock, though, Jason, so it's a big extra point facing the kicker right now.
Have we ever had an overtime game, JUCO, that we've called?
I don't know.
I don't recall one.
I remember one.
I don't recall blowouts. We'll await the snap back. Here it is. Here's the hold by Rottenberry. The kick by McCarter is good. And Northwest can breathe a little bit. They have a 7-point lead with 2:06 to go in this game. We'll be back with an offensive possession for EMCC as they try to take it down the field and tie this one up. In this back and forth barn burner in Senatobia, back to Bobby Franklin Field in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Radio Network. It is a 7-point lead for Northwest. They're about to kick it from right to left to EMCC. And EMCC's got their return men up around the 13-yard line. They're anticipating a sky kick, and that's certainly understandable. McCarter is a right-footed kicker. Make sure everybody's ready. He kicks it and it's high end over end. It's going to angle left, backing up, backpedaling to the 5-yard line, taken by Williams, out across 10, now 15, far sideline 20, 25, 30, still on his feet, up to the 33-yard line, and he's going to be tackled there. He's in field position for the Lions. Making the tackle is going to be Jonathan Jones, number 33 for Northwest. Boy, I'm sure there's folks sitting around the radios now biting their nails. I would bite mine, but I don't have any left. Been biting them enough lately. There's been some barn burner games, and this one certainly has been exciting and entertaining. One where EMCC led by 6 at the half. They've led by as many as 13 here in the second half. But now trail by 7. Trips near side, but Thomas Green near side, caught by Daniel Kroll. Slips the tackle to 30, 35. He's up to the 40, and he's going to be shy of the first down, but a nice gain of about 8 or 9 on first down for Daniel Kroll Jr. Making the tackle. Chris Stamps, defensive back out of Vicksburg, Mississippi, was once a Mississippi State commit, a player. Twins either side. They'll snap it from their own 40 to Lindsey Scott. Surveys the field, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to dive up to around the 43, 44-yard line. DJ Reed will make the tackle. Man, he made me nervous there. He was being trailed from behind, and he just held the football out. I thought he was about to have it knocked out. Well, now they're going to say the spot of the football is the 43 with 1:24 left. It's a first down. Twins either side. 4-man front with 2 men creeping up. Now they backpedal in coverage. Lindsey Scott backpedaling to Memphis. Rolls near side and now throws it out of bounds. Goodness, and now we have a penalty flag, and that is going to be a late hit.
Roughing the passer.
Absolutely, and it is going to be on DJ Reed. 1:09 to go in this game, and that's a huge, huge penalty on Northwest. He just bailed him out. And everybody's been on that side of the penalty, and it does not feel good. So EMCC will march forward now, and they are going to be, goodness, going to be inside Northwest territory. Of course, the penalty took place at the 30, but that wasn't the line of scrimmage. It goes past the line of scrimmage, so where the penalty took place is almost some 30 yards later. 28 to be exact from where the penalty took place. Spot of the football on the 42 of Northwest. Scott looking left, fires it over the middle, and it is in between two Northwest defenders. I thought they were about to pick it off at the 25. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 to go from the 42 of Northwest. 1:04 to go in this game. 7-point game, 52-45. Northwest on top. EMCC trying to tie this up. 2nd and 10, trips left. Single receiver near side. It's Kirk Merritt, which is the short side of the field. Ball resting on the near hash. The shotgun snap to Scott. Pump fake. Now tunnel screen near side. It is caught by the Lions inside the 40. As Tyrell Price inside the 35. Dragging folks by his right leg as he gets inside the 35 down to about the 32. This may be enough for a first down. They're going to stop the clock with 51 seconds remaining.
Timeout. It's called the East Mississippi.
It's going to be 2nd and short, so the Lions have called the timeout. All right, let's show your offensive coordinator, Glenn. What do you do?
Well, it's 3rd and short here from the 33. Jason, well, actually, they're taking a look here. You got to make sure you have the first down is one thing, because you don't want to get on in a 4th and short game and have to give it away before time expires. You want to have opportunity here. You get that first down, and then I like the middle crosses. It's one of those things you can get tackled in bounds, but you still have one timeout. So that's why I like the middle crosses, as we see them bringing pressure from those edges, and those linebackers are coming up a little bit. If you can get behind them, you got an opportunity to make something happen. Maybe split the free safeties as they're in a looks like a cover 3 shell. They may drop one back and go cover 4 or cover 2. But just one linebacker. The other linebackers are outside on the wide receivers.
So we go 3rd and 1 from the 31. It's a handoff to Mark. He's got the first down. He gets inside the 30 down to the 29 over on the far hash.
See, that stops the clock to move the chains.
46 seconds on the clock. Spot of the football officially the 28. EMCC ready to snap it down to the Northwest 28. Shotgun snap to Scott. Great protection. Pocket collapses, so he has to step up. He's looking downfield, pointing for his receiver to keep going, and now he's holding it like a loaf of bread as he gets inside the 25 down to the 22. He's going to give me acid reflux here pretty soon, some heartburn. As Lindsey gets down to the 22-yard line with 30 seconds to go in this game. 52-45 is the score. EMCC trails by 7, and we have a timeout on the field. We're going to take this timeout with them. Hold on, folks. This is the EMCC Football Network. Remain. It's 52-45. Number 1 EMCC trails number 4 Northwest by 7. 2nd down, 4 to go. Inside the 25-yard line, down to the 23 of Northwest. Lindsey Scott back to pass, steps up in the pocket, now keeps it. He's got some room and real estate along the left side. He runs laterally at the 15, dives down to the 14-yard line and goes out of bounds with 20 seconds remaining in this contest, and his team trailing by 7.
Wisely gets out of bounds, Jason, on that far sideline and picks up the first down.
No timeouts left by EMCC with 20 seconds remaining. Spot of the football is the 14. Ball left hash. Lindsey Scott races his right foot, takes the snap, surveys the field, still surveying the field, slides to his left, now throws it towards the far sideline, caught inside the 10-yard line. And I think the spot of the football is going to be the 9, and I cannot tell who made that reception.
I think it's Drummond on that far side.
When in doubt, it's Drummond on the far side as Brandon Eccles will knock him out of bounds.
13 seconds left to go in this contest.
Clock stopped. It's 2nd down and 5 from the 9. Lindsey Scott in the shotgun, has a man in motion from far side to near. Scott Back to pass. Looks, now fires to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, EMCC! Woo! 52-51, pinning the PA2. And EMCC is going to go for 2.
No, they're going for 1.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. I'm still trying to figure out who made the touchdown reception.
Drummond.
Thank you. Wow. When it gets dark, those black numbers on the red jerseys are hard to decipher in these lights. 8 seconds remaining. Waiting to snap back by Wood, and they're going to freeze here. Northwest's going to call a timeout. Is this going to be like Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago?
They may use all 3 of them.
Yeah. They're going to try to ice the PAT man, Taylor Crabtree. Drummond with another touchdown reception in this game. He's been big, and he catches it with 8 seconds remaining. And we're waiting to tie this game up with the PAT. We're 15 minutes away from Mississippi State, Alabama hitting the airwaves. I hope this game's over. We have to be off by 6 p.m. We're waiting them to attempt that PAT. Oh, goodness. What a great catch and concentration. Just slanting in and using the strong hands. Drummond brings it down. Drummond has 8 touchdown receptions on the year. You mentioned it, Glenn, that this young man has been a huge difference maker down the stretch. And now the offensive line comes out trying to get everybody fired up, waving their hands in the air as we're letting this PAT. But hold on, Northwest may call another timeout, and that gets in your head too if you're a kicker. Taylor Crabtree has only missed 2 extra points this season. He's been about automatic. Wood will snap it. Boykin will hold it. The snap is back. The hold is there. The kick is there. It is good. And we're tied at 52 all with 8 seconds remaining in this game. We are staring down the barrel of overtime. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kick to Northwest. This is the EMCC Football Network. That one was what, 75 to 71 or yeah, something like that.
Yeah, regulation.
Yeah, regulation, exactly. We're awaiting the kick. Jones will await it. Over on the right side, inside the 5, he'll stand at the 2. The percussion with a drum roll here near the side from the Mighty Lion Band. Grayson Pontius gets his right foot into it, and it's high. It's end over end. Jones awaits it at the 1, takes it. Middle of the field at the 5 to the 10. Still middle of the field, 15, tripped up at the 20-yard line with 3 seconds to go in this game. And boy, there's new life on this EMCC sideline. And the way I said it before, I'll say it again, this is the 2 best teams in the country going at it. Brandon Rogers with the tackle. He's fired up for that tackle as well. He's made, the receiver on offense has made some huge tackles on special teams today.
Yeah, Jason, I have to agree with what you said, the 2 best teams in the country. This is like a mini SEC championship, if you will. Two of the best teams in the country. We're tied up at 52. There's 3 seconds left to go in the ball game in regulation. EMCC obviously will be in prevent defense. And Northwest is going to come out and go for overtime.
Well, you know what they always say, you go for the tie at home, go for the win on the road. Buddy Stevenson, we're going to overtime. And he kicked the PAT a moment ago, and now we're in regulation with this game at 52 all. Back with the overtime period 1 in 60 seconds. This is the EMCC Radio Network. Can you hear us okay, or is the crowd noise too loud? We're fine, okay. But you can at least hear some crowd noise, right? Good. I want it to sound like it's a ball game. Well, we had overtime here in Senatobia. This is Bobby Franklin Field, and this has been an exciting game that has just been back and forth. A couple of turnovers have been huge. You know, EMCC has gotten a couple of turnovers that's led to a overtime game, basically, because without those two turnovers, Northwest goes and wins this one. Now, of course, there was a pick six that EMCC threw, but you could say it'd be big for Northwest. The captains for Northwest, Turner Rottenberry, Cole Rottenberry, and Damian Lewis will all meet EMCC's captains at midfield. Tyrell Price, Lindsey Scott Jr., Emmanuel Bridges, and Cole Baker here momentarily. And the EMCC football team just gathered at midfield, and the whole team had a play. Right before the overtime period, 52-all is our score. Actually, Lindsey Scott Jr. is going to be the only representative for EMCC to go out there at midfield. But those were our pregame captains. And Lindsey Scott's going to shake hands with the opponent across the way. So they have the coin toss. My throat's got a little scratchy. I know Bruce has been scratchy. Not sure if it's something in the air or just we've been talking a lot lately.
Yeah, both voices are about to give out and probably need the old honey and lemon, but after a 52-52 regulation, may need bourbon.
Can you imagine having to listen to this game on the radio and not being able to see it? I know there's a lot of people watching on the video stream. It makes me more nervous to listen to games. I'm a radio guy, but listening to games makes me extremely nervous. But now, at the same time, when I'm watching games, and if it's a team that, I want to win, I have to cover my eye. I can't watch. I've gotten better at that as I've aged a little bit, and I've been through some losses. Winning the toss, Northwest, and I believe Northwest will take the football. I believe that's what the line had just indicated, so we're about to have our first snap at overtime here momentarily. And Northwest is going to, they're going to take the football. EMCC is going to have possession first. Yes, EMCC, I was saying something didn't seem right about the EMCC. If you win the toss, normally you're going to elect to go on defense. So you have to see what you got to do. So EMCC will go on offense first, and they're going to be going towards the clock. So EMCC, Northwest has chosen to defend the south part of the field. Lindsey Scott in the shotgun, takes the snap, going to hand it to Tyrell Price. Tyrell Price pulls his way straight up the middle. He gets inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Nice run on first there. 8 Tyrell to make the stop for Northwest. Bunched up near side, which is Scott in the shotgun on second down and 5. Here's the snap, throws it over the middle. The crossing route caught by Daniel Cole. Stays on his feet after a stiff on 5. Touchdown, EMCC. Wow, oh my goodness, what a stiff arm at the 10. How did he stay on his feet, Glenn Beard?
He did an outstanding job, and also, Jason, he did an outstanding job of using the referee there as a pick guy. He ran his DB, they were in man coverage, and he ran a quick slant, and Lindsey threw an absolute strike, and Lions score 58-52, pending the extra point by Taylor Crabtree.
Well, wait, the snap back by Wood. Here it is. Nice snap, nice hold. It's in over end. It's good. And the EMCC is up 7, 59-52. Coming up next, Northwest will have a crack at the football as they'll place the football at the 25-yard line. Now, let's keep it here. Let's talk about EMCC defensively. What do you think they're going to see from Northwest coming out here in this overtime period? Northwest can show you a lot of different things. What do you think the Rangers want to do to try to get in the end zone here?
Well, they'll lose the running back in the flats. He's a smaller back. He gets behind that offensive line. You can't really find him, and he finds his way out. Abrams always likes to slip out and try to get a scramble a little bit and then dump it to that running back. So I think you'll see some of that right here. But you really got to get some big pressure up the middle by the defensive line of East Mississippi to kind of disrupt all of that.
Spy the football at 25. Here's Northwest turn. 59-52. EMCC on top. Snap. Rolling near side. Firing at the feet of his intended receiver, and it's incomplete at the 20-yard line. He was looking for Perkins, who came out of the backfield, but we have a penalty flag in the back.
It's going to be a holding.
It's holding, yeah, and Buddy Stevens, I believe, has declined it. And it's going to bring up now a 2nd and 10 situation.
Declined it to be second and 10. 2nd and 10 versus 1st and 20.
Right. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Twins either side. Abraham with the ball placed in the middle of the field. We'll have Perkins flank to his right. Abraham pumps his hands. Awaits the snap. Now looks back over on the far sideline. The EMCC was showing pressure on a blitz coming up the middle just a moment ago. Now they're going to be about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. Abraham, Twins left, takes the snap, it's low, but he has it, now fires it, and it's caught inside the 20, inside the 15, first down and more down to the 10-yard line. Officially goes down at the 11. Making the reception is Jones, and making the tackle is going to be Denzel Bonner. So from the 11-yard line, it's first down. 10 to go, they can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Abraham once again claps those hands and looks to the far sideline. They'll have trips to the left, a single receiver here to the near side. Abraham shouts out the play now to his offensive line. Perkins flank to his left. 59-52, EMCC on top. They give it to Perkins, go straight at the middle, 5, touchdown. Perkins just dances his way through, and it's an extra point away from being another tie ball game. It's 59-58. I hope this is not like Ole Miss and Arkansas in 2000. Or was it 2002? It was one of those years where it went to like 7 overtimes. Almost was 100 points scored by both teams. We'll await the PAT. Here's the snapback. The hold by Rottenberry and the kick by McCarter is good, and it's 59-all here in Senatobia. We'll take a 30-second break. EMCC will have second crack at the football when we return. This is the EMCC Radio Network. Field in the campus of Northwest, number 4 Northwest.
EMCC will go on defense this time, Jason, and Northwest.
That's right. It reverts. I thought that was only in the after 2 possessions by either team. Not used to overtimes, totally. So Northwest has the football. First down, 10 to go from their own 25. They just tied it up at 59 apiece. Now it's after 2 possessions, you've got to go for 2. That's where I was getting it confused. Ball placed middle of the field, the snap for the 25. Abraham back to pass, fires it over the middle, has a man caught. 5-yard line, he's into the end zone, touchdown. And that is going to be Orr. Jarek Orr on the first play, 25-yard touchdown reception. It's now 65-59. Northwest on top, pinning the PAT. Man. So McCarter will attempt the PAT. Waiting the snap back. Still waiting. Here it is. The hold is down and the kick is through. And they're up 7 now. 66-59. Now EMCC will have football possession coming up momentarily. Now the Lions, the way they kind of flip-flop this around, I mean, it can kind of maybe get in your head a little bit. So EMCC knows they have to get into the end zone now. Just like Northwest just a moment ago. What do you think the game plan is at this point on this possession?
Score.
Sometimes it's as simple as that, right?
That's right.
How do you go about it?
Yeah. Well,
first down run, first down throw, those type of things.
Slants have been good. Jason, and you know, you've got Tyrell Price. Don't hit the panic button. You don't have to hit a home run first play. You can move the sticks a couple times.
Here's the snap. Here's the give to Price, who goes straight up the middle. He's still dancing around the 20. Got another 5-yard gain on first down. Maybe just inside the 20. Looks like the official near side is standing right on the 20-yard line, and it is the 20-yard line, so 2nd and 5 now. Moving from left to right. Either offense will be moving from left to right. They're going towards the south end zone. 66-59, Northwest on top. Screen pass, left side dropped. And Northwest picks it up as Rottenberry was wanting to return it, but you wouldn't even have to do that, just fall on it, but it was thrown forward on the screen pass, so it's now 3rd down and 5, and Rottenberry in on defense. 66-59, 3rd down and 5 from the 20-yard line in overtime. EMCC has to get a touchdown or this game is over. Lindsey Scott awaits the shotgun snap, receives it. He's back to pass. Surveys the middle of the field, throws it. It is caught at the 15, spinning free at the 10, 5, touchdown! EMCC.
Drummond again, Jason makes an outstanding catch.
That's his 2nd touchdown. He scored in the with 8 seconds to go. And is Buddy Stevens going to go for 2?
He's calling a timeout.
Yeah, he wants to talk about it. It's 66-65, Northwest on top. Yeah, we're going to take this timeout with him. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. You still got to fight, and you're going to sign off and send it to the Mississippi State Football Network. Alabama, Mississippi State kickoff coming up in less than 30 minutes. So for Caroline Davenport back at the WFCA studios, for Buddy Stevens and his staff, and